Greetings, goddamn. Salute to everybody, man. I appreciate you. Salute. Definitely a pleasure, man, on getting this this day started. Some of you are celebrating holidays today, whether it's Passover, whether it's Palm Sunday. Some of you guys are actually doing it pre-Easter. I mean, you know, it's kind of hard now because we're living in a time where nobody gets along, and then we have holidays like. This country is so disgusting, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's disgusting because we have a world full of followers. You know, followers ruin everything, and I've learned that in the hardest way. This is something that I've learned, you know what I mean? And shout out to Lonnie, goddamn. Shout out to Jonathan Atkins, man. Appreciate that. You know, it's despicable when, you know, I see more than I see. Meaning, like, a lot of my stuff doesn't come from social media and AI. I don't like none of that stuff. I'm not into it. I do my own thing, you know what I mean? That's just what I do, but I'm not into it. And I mean into it to the point where my information comes from what I see, not from what I've heard. As y'all seen yesterday, I was speaking in terms of the dancehall artist Vibes Cartel, and you know, when there's an artist, the unity within the West Indian community is amazing. I will point that out. You know, even when there's an artist that has passed away, such as Bob Marley, they really salute him in a big way, and that's why they want the movie to be done right. And if you're going to tell a story, tell it the right way. But there's also a thing that I've learned is with a lot of these successful Jamaican men where they just get a white woman. And I, you know, no disrespect, but in my world, from what I see, you know, I noticed that the West Indian and Africans, to me, are obsessed with the white man. I truly believe there's a lot of entities out here that really want to be white. And if they don't want to be white, they want the privilege of being white. And we don't mean the privilege of having the world privilege, but the privilege of they have darker skin and there's lighter skin. And, you know, these are things that I've seen. You know, I haven't just heard, but I've seen these situations become far too common. You know, in this world, there's a way to do things. And there's a way to know things. It's like knowing when you date a woman as a man, as a leader, you're supposed to teach her. The least you can do is teach, right? You know what I mean? They have the babies, they deliver it, they mother the child, they nurture the child. Some of them have multiple children. The father's job becomes a harder job because it's a mode of teaching. And that's, most men can't do that. Like, it's just like, you cook, you clean, you do this, and well, why don't you talk to your daughter? I'm not gonna do that, you know, or talk to the son. There's no place for that. There's no place on the social media teaching men how to talk to their kids. You know, something so simple. But now the kids get older, and then the father's crying on social media and looking for an online community to help them because nobody taught them. And, you know, when you look at the world and you look at the layout of the woman and you see that, I went to an event yesterday and I had a good time there. And when I go to events now, I don't try to bamboozle with the whole, taking lots of pictures. And I'd rather take the pictures when you take the pictures. I don't even like selfies. I hate selfies. I don't even like the motive. Hey, look at this. And I like, if we're going to have a camera phone, take pictures of me. So if we're in an environment and I'm not taking pictures, I'm just not going to be bothered. Now, my daughter's there, a little different. My daughter and my wife wasn't with me yesterday, so I went to this event by myself in South Jersey. Good friend of mine's wife was having a surprise birthday for her. It was good. It was a real birthday. It was a real surprise, and I enjoyed myself. But I enjoyed myself, really enjoying myself. I was in the mix of really chilling. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you have to learn how to chill, And I couldn't get into the space of walking around like, hey, what's up? Hey, I just couldn't do it. I was like, you got to bring the camera to me. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just the space I was in. It's called the mode of relaxing. I want to be able to enjoy and chill. I tend to go to a lot of non-Black events because I'm not West Indian, and West Indians do have a better culture among Blacks of keeping family together. They do. Holidays and stuff like that. The Southern Blacks are really good. Real Southern. I'm not talking about New Yorkers that became part of the South. I'm talking about true Southern Blacks. Shout out to my family out there in South Carolina and North Carolina. They still have that medium. But within the Black community, it's horrible. So, and even the ones that moved there, my cousin live in Atlanta. No, but he's from New York. He's still the same piece of shit here, He's just bringing that mindset out there, He's running away. When the person that's from New York, from the South, they have that embedded in their blood, you know what I mean? They have that, which I love and I admire. So moving along, I went to this event and the dude I knew is white. His wife is Puerto Rican. So I'm at this event. There's only 2 Black men in the whole event. Actually, one worker, me. There was a worker that worked it, so they rented out a hall. So they, the hall, it's a rental. So I guess whoever the staff member was, looked like he was part of staff. He was there among 2 other white dudes. And it was me and this one other brother. So it's funny, when I walked in, as soon as I walked in there, I seen the one brother, he seen me. So we gonna give a what's up, but you know what I mean? It ain't nothing to me. I can be in these events like that. Shit don't bother me because I'm around it so often. My boy, shout out to him, white ex-NYPD, retired NYPD officer, sergeant, real good dude. And he called me the day before. He's like, yo, you know what I mean? You're going to be out here by 6:30. Shout out to She Loves. So I'm like, yeah, no question. So he's like, all right. You just want to make sure, you know what I mean? Because 6:30 for him, his wife, he's going to bring his wife in around 7:30. So which is good. It's enough time for people to get in. The surprise goes well. Anyway, I get there about 7. Still was a little late, but I got there before she got there. And it was amazing. Amazing. It really was. It was just amazing because, believe it or not, the younger people were partying more than the older people. Ain't that some shit? Like, when I say younger, we're talking like the teens, the late teens, early 20s. They were dancing. They were on the dance floor. The older generation, my generation, older, a little younger than me, horrible. But then again, maybe they were feeling the way I was feeling because I just was on some I done drove an hour down here. An hour drive in New York is a long drive, okay? 60 miles out of New York City. I'm chilling. The food was amazing. My homeboy's wife is getting me a drink or 2, nothing crazy. But it was beautiful. Everybody was dressed in like a 1940s type of, you know what I'm saying? And the women were looking good, you know what I'm saying? Really good, So it was really, really dope. Obi-Wan Steph says some people chose to see Vibes Cartel instead of paying their rent. Yeah, man, because side note about the Vibes Cartel thing, I'm a big Vibes Cartel fan, but I'm not a fan of people when we lose the authenticity of milking it. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like to feel like you ever feel the feeling of getting robbed? For me to know that the only way this show is going to be successful, he's going to have a shitload of special guests, which is fine, but don't call it Vibes Cartel. Call it Vibes Cartel and Friends. You know what I mean? Because honestly, he's not in the health to even carry that show over by himself. He can barely do a song after 10 seconds because he gets short-winded. But he's sick. I'm aware of that. I spoke on this yesterday, right? Shout out to Obi-Wan stuff. But people was paying up to $7,000 for tickets, man. I mean, come on. Oh, Little Kim was there, Neo and Shensia. By the way, Shensia has to be the most amazing looking woman in Jamaica. If there's any crush on a woman's physical, just outstanding, it's her. She is fire. I just think she needs more material. She should be bigger than what she is. The fact that Twyla is ahead of her like the way she is bad. Because Shensia has a way better physical image. Twyla, corny ass African woman. You know what I mean? Whatever. I think the dance hall thing, a lot of Africans are getting away with it now because they're doing the whole, Afro beats thing. But I just think Shensia, man, I just wish she just needs better writers and better producers and better music because she's too fine. You know what I mean? And she has a beautiful stage presence. So, but shout out to them. They had a lot of special guests in Brooklyn. It was a fun show, but I feel that people are so bored and fiending so much, they're willing to do whatever. Say whatever. The one thing I will admit, among everything, I love the support of how they are, the peace, making peace with other members that he didn't get along with. Bounty Killer back in the day, what's the other dude's name? Just came out of jail. Damn, I forgot the dude's name. But he was just making peace. Popcorn, he was making peace. And I love that about the West Indian culture, especially in their music, how they all just come together. No matter how bad they look, no matter what their health is. It was dope. So they had a lot of special guests. The show, I said that. I told you, I said Saturday show is going to be bigger than Friday. Jay-Z and R. Kelly did this years ago. You know what I mean? When Jay-Z and R. Kelly fell apart, Jay-Z, R. Kelly had their beef. R. Kelly walked off the stage and they still had to carry the toll, and Jay-Z just kept bringing special guests. That is getting your bang for your buck. However, Vybz Cartel didn't perform it. He didn't put it out like that. I did. I said he's going to have special guests because he's not in a good health order. He's not going to be able. Thank you. Thank you. Here's my secretary here, guys. You see? Miss Jefferson always, shout out to Calvin Dickinson, always knows what I'm thinking. She always knows. I swear to goodness. Buju Banton. So Buju came there. That's big. Both of these niggas did. He did a federal bid in New York. In the States. And as you see, Buju looks great. Because, you do jail time in the United States, they'll take care of you. Doing jail time in these foreign countries, forget it. You know what I'm saying? Darling, goddamn. Shout out to Naima. What up, baby? You see what a woman could do? They just woke me up. Like if I was down, if I was 10 decibels, they just brought me up to 20. Just now, just from that. That's the power of a woman, especially when she's fine. So, yeah. So what I loved, I said, oh, this was awesome. Like support. As a human being, and you're a human being, you're listening to me. If you're listening to the sound of my voice, you're a human being. You don't know, you believe in everything you want. But what you need, the love and the unity of a human being. It's words can't explain how good it is to see us all get together. So what I do, I have my function of West Indians and my peoples that, I fuck with heavy in Brooklyn and Queens and Long Island. I got my southern side of the family on my mother's side in Long Island and Queens. But I don't have a lot left of peoples that I can really go to. But I got a whole bunch of Latins and some whites and some of the, some whites. I'm not going to say they're really good with that. But in this event last night I was at, you had to come dressed. And I know the black man's not used to this, but there's nothing like wearing a suit. Being a big man, you appreciate yourself even more when you're wearing a suit. You have no idea how powerful a suit is. And we get so comfortable with that. Like, I'm glad my boy had an event that was a theme. Now, I didn't come in my 1940s outfit and none of that, but I did come into, I came in with my suit. I was, you know what I mean? But I was casual. I ain't have no tie, but I was fly. Calvin Dickinson said, Nate, NYC is always having dope concerts. That's so, well, we're holding on. You know what I'm saying? The West Indians have dope concerts no matter where they go because they're going to make it work. American culture is a little different because we have a lot of sensitivity. The men are weak. Remember, West Indian men are different. Not in good ways, but they're different than American men. So, one of my man's wives was telling me about, she was looking fabulous. So we had to fill out these tickets for who had the best outfit, who was dressed the best. And I said, you're actually dressed very nice. You know what I mean? I like her outfit. She was looking outstanding. I said, I'm going to put your name in. She's like, wow, thank you. So she appreciated that. Her husband or boyfriend, hubby, whatever you want to call him, he's not the most attentive guy, very immature, very emotional. Typical American Puerto Rican, you know what I mean? But I get it, you know what I mean? I read women very well and I read men well, you know what I mean? I could tell a man that's just not comfortable being a man. He's not comfortable loving his lady, showing her affection, making her feel good. A lot of men just have a problem with that. But the problem is with women, you have to do that. You have to. Like it's like you can't have a planet on water, man. It's just, you can't bring on roses and just put the shit in the sink. You got to put them in water. Well, roses is not a good example because they die quick. But you understand? And to nourish a woman, to nurture a woman, you have to be nurturing. You have to be able to show her love, show her a lesson, listen, have good discussions with her. And so now my table's already lit. Like, I got my man's mother-in-law there. She lit as hell. She in her 70s, but she just a dope-ass Puerto Rican. Like, she's cool. I like her. And we had my man's father, which was the one that was doing the event. And we had two couples, whatever. It was just dope. So we chilling. So one girl was just telling me, she's big on, you know what I mean? She's like, what's funny? She was telling me about some personal things. And every time she sees me at an event, because they have them quite often. She always talks to me about the personal things she talked about prior. And so she just continues with it. Once, especially if she got a drink. And she said, me and him, she talked about her husband, we never had a serious conversation. Now, at this time, the dude is on the phone fucking around doing whatever. And these are the worst things you could ever have in your hand at an event, man. It's a phone. Like, unless you're taking pictures, put that shit away, man. It just looks bad. So she's basically telling me how he doesn't talk to her about serious. I said, so all the years you've been married, she said, we never had a serious conversation because he gets frustrated. So they're checking. At this time, she's telling me her mother comes over to me and tells the daughter, oh, so-and-so's sister wants to meet me. It was crazy, but the girl was like, no, we don't want you meeting her, whatever. So whatever, they was dodging me from something, but I guess she was telling her daughter that I was there or whatever. The mother's like, she's on her fun shit. So she's like, I think everybody loves your personality. And, I just skipped past it. Anyway, she continued to talk or whatever about her issues. And she said me and him never had a serious conversation. And, she looked good. You know what I mean? She's dressed nice. I couldn't imagine when your woman is looking good for you to just be like complimenting her, and whether you just met her, whether you've been married to her, when that woman is not getting that nurtured, that's the only time I approve a woman stepping out on a man. If a woman could tell me that she stepped out on a man because you gave her no affection, he deserved that shit. Looking in the past, I had to think about it and said, let me look in hindsight for the times I was cheated on. And then I looked back in hindsight and said, oh, okay, I deserved that one. You know what I mean? Like back then we was thinking just because he was having sex with a girl, it was all good. Nah, it's more to it than that. It's, I had one girlfriend that was into sports and I hated sports. And she loved going to sports bars. She loved talking about her teams and shit. And, you think a lot of stuff like that goes away, but what you're doing is if she has a strong interest in that and you're not showing no type of interest, you're leaving all that open for somebody else. That's why it's important to have a connection with a person where you share the same interest. You share somewhat of the same goals. Fuck goals. Excuse me, interests. Fuck goals. I'm just interests. Like, because in that way we could adapt. But if there's something where you don't like and she likes it and she continues to like it and you hate it, that's a problem. You know what I mean? That's going to be a problem eventually, and I've learned that. So now looking in the back and I'm like, oh shit, like every time I've got cheated on that I've learned, and it was 2 significant times that I've got hurt, I must say, looking in hindsight, I probably deserved it. I did. My first love, I definitely deserved it because I tried to force what we should connect on. Yes, for sexually we was into each other, but she wasn't into the entertainment business. She wasn't into acting. She just liked to see a man that worked a job in Wall Street with a suit. That was her thing. When I met her, I was like that. But then when I wanted to leap and be where I'm at as far as being an entrepreneur, she wasn't into that. And it opens more doors, you know what I mean? They're not good doors, eventually think about the guy that could fulfill that. If that's a big request on a woman and you're not fulfilling that, you got to just be mindful. Not all of them, but you know what I mean? You could lose your woman like that. So that was the one. And then my second love, years later, the sports girl, she was real big into that. And when she got involved into the police department, as you know, there's a lot of those dudes that watch sports and football games, and she's the one, like, she likes bars and, go Mets, go Jets, and, go Knicks. I'm not into none of that shit, you know what I mean? And she was heavy into it. So once she was around a different environment and these niggas is heavy into sports, forget it. You know what I mean? That changes. And I think a lot of men don't admit that. So now I see it more because now the wives are coming to me, the girlfriends are coming to me, the single women are coming to me, and they're talking about their engagements, things that they deal with men. Being married to somebody and paying bills together and y'all never had a serious conversation. And she's looking at me, telling me that she knows more than her, than the other girl. You're telling her her outfit is beautiful. And you wrote down a ticket like, yo, you should win. I don't even know who won the best outfit because there was a little unorganized throughout the night. But once again, it still was an eye opener of, wow, like, you know, saying this nigga's girl looking nice. These women are dressed in all this burlesque. I think it's called burlesque. And it was amazing, you know what I mean? So moving along throughout the night, you know, it was good, but like I said, it was no interaction. Like, some people got to get fire drunk. He didn't have an open bar there, so it takes little people a little harder to get drunk because the real drinkers are going to be paying. But shout out to the younger generation yesterday, because something going on in New Jersey where these little young people was dancing. They was, you know. I probably regret not bringing my wife and daughter there, because now I didn't know there were kids there. I thought it was just going to be some adult shit, but you know, some people are like, yo, it's nobody's home because we all here. So, but what I do love is the fact of the unity of those 4 or 5 hours of bringing everybody together. Something that, you know, that's me, you know. So, you know, being a person that was a club person all my life, most of my adult life when it meant something, a people person still to this day, loving good events, especially special events. When you take that away, it changes things. But the soil is still getting dry. The soil is not getting watered. It's like, it's a drought. So the world now we're living in this drought. So it's like, you ever notice like what happens in LA or California when there's no rain, the ground becomes very dry. And once it's dry, you're subject to anything. Now you're vulnerable to fires, right? So you got to, you know, there's no wetland. If the soil is wet or moist, it's hard to keep a fire. But if it's dry, it could burn. It could burn. The dirt is like paper. So kind of like this is what's happening now with a lot of women. They're telling you in so many words that he doesn't fuck me anymore. They're telling you so many words that my husband doesn't have sex with me anymore. You know, he doesn't make love to me. And the men are telling you the same because the men are on the phones. He ain't showing you ass and titties. And even if he is, that's weird. You know, I got a friend now, all he does is fuck with Instagram AI girls. You know, every picture he sends is an AI picture. And it's like, you know, rather than like, yo, I met this joint. Forget her Instagram, nigga. Like, send me a photo, send me a video because she sent you because y'all was on the phone together. I don't know. But Instagram is the same as showing me a girl that you like on Pornhub. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. We every now and then we may be attracted to somebody. You know what I mean? I like Shensia. That's a woman that I like physically, right? But I could almost believe she looks the same in person. But at the end of the day, it's because I didn't meet her, right? But that's not a normal thing for me. What I'm normally into is just real. You know what I mean? I got to smell a person, see them, look at their teeth, see if there's food in there, anything. So me, again, whether it's AI as anything, whether it's an online hate community, whether it's Manosphere, whether it's Pornhub, whether it's Instagram, all that shit is bad. It's like bad food. Like, you know, you got sodas over there that was at the event yesterday. Nobody was touching that. Most people didn't want to touch the pasta because they don't want to get fat. But you also got to know, hey, that's online community. Don't fuck with that. That shit is dangerous. That's bad for your heart. You know, porn is bad for your libido. You know, you got to know these different things. So leaving, you know, my mother was like, yo, why did you go this by yourself? I said, this is a personal thing. I gotta be able to learn my research and pick out the essence of me being by myself. So event was great, you know, went home with mad food, they had mad shit, the love was there, but once we left, it was just cold. Like, what now? It's early Saturday, you know what I mean? Normally I would get myself in trouble, but even if I wanted to get into some type of trouble, where you gonna go? Other than a bar. And I don't like bar settings personally, you know what I mean? Hey, you know, I still don't, even from my ex 25 years ago. I'm not in the bars. I was in the clubs and those clubs, whether it's in the, you know, just to let you know, I was near the Jersey Shore. So you know the Jersey Shore is what it's famous for. Jersey Shore is known as a big TV show. I was in the Jersey Shore yesterday, but the dude that I own the club was telling me all these clubs, at least 5 of the significant clubs, they all closed them down. So it's, you know, Seaside Heights is not what it used to be. And I'm like, wow, that's funny because New York is not what it is to be either, because there's a difference. Scott got this dog out here. I'm really going to get, I don't want to get on this tenant, man, but this fucking guy's getting on my nerves. It's really fucking annoying. I never understand why people get dogs. And usually, I think dogs are made when you live down south with a humongous backyard. That's what you should bring. But anyway, it was a beautiful night. I really enjoyed myself, you know what I'm saying? And shout out, Mr. Payfor says, what's good? Motherfuckers got to get their hands off themselves, stimulating themselves. Yes. Yes, and I'm thinking, shout out to Lita. I'm glad you brought that up, bro, because I'm about to go there. You know, what I seen last night, and this is how I see all men, I can tell when a man is sexually into his woman. And I could also tell when a man is acting like he's into his woman. Most of these men watch porn. And when you watch porn, it desensitizes your libido, desensitizes your male lust for a woman. You know what male lust is? Male lust is when a woman walks in a room and you say, I would tap that. Okay? There's not a woman in this event last night that I wouldn't have fucked, you know, if given an opportunity. You know what I mean? I don't care if she was, you know, let's be respectful, 25 to fucking 75. You know what I mean? You know, as a natural essence, I can see good in any woman. I've been this way all my life. Now, I've watched porn, I got addicted to it, and I know the damage that it did too. So from experience, I can attest to it. I went through that stage, you know, being in a relationship with a woman, not trying to fuck nobody else, so let me just watch the porn as an alternative. No, you can't do that. That's not going to work. I don't care how wrong the world looks at me. They could judge whatever. They could put the gay man on a pedestal when he screws and put me down because I'm married or whatever. I'm telling you right now, there's nothing like the real thing. Okay? You know, I remember there was a time when my man's mother-in-law whispered in my ear. She's like you ever see that young 70-something-year-old woman? Like, they got a young soul. You could tell, like, you know what I mean? When she was in her 40s, she was that, you know what I mean? You could tell when she was in her 50s. And she whispered and was telling me how the OG man is 74, she's 75, and he couldn't handle her. And I said, she was right. You could look at that, because he was an old 74, you know what I mean? She's a younger one. And I'm like, damn, like, and I'm like, yo, this motherfucker's 75 years old. She still got it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, the daughter's just as fine. Respectfully, this is all respectful. And my boy's wife is fine. But as a man, when men are into Facebook Marketplace, Pornhub, it's all the same. You may think, well, I'll just be on Marketplace. Nigga, whether you smoking cigarettes, whether you smoking cigars, whether somebody got a crack pipe, whether somebody got dangerous fumes from a gas, an exhaust from a car, it's still, come on with the dog. I'm going to get this fucking dog. I'm telling you, the dog is pissing me off. And he know he is. See, this stupid fuck doesn't know. He doesn't know I'm here. So he's letting the dog run around here. And the dog's hearing my voice here, and then he's coming around. But he doesn't know I'm here because he doesn't see my car. My car's parked at the end of the block. I'm looking on the cameras. That's why you'll see me looking over there. But anyway, as I'm talking to her, I'm just like, yo, if I really reacted on my gutter right now, I'd be sucking titties in here, kissing, making out in the back. Oh my God. I don't know how a man is married to something that fine. or has children in the environment, and nothing matters but that phone. You know, this shit is a dangerous drug, man. And just to think, when you start making excuses of your drug of choice, that's when you know you have a problem. It's like a crackhead versus a cokehead. It's like, it's still bad drugs, nigga. Like, it doesn't matter. Yes, one may be $5, another one may be 100, but it's still bad. Oh, I just smoke occasionally. I don't do drugs. You might as well. It's the same shit. If anything, the cigarette could put you in the grave. Nigga, crackheads live forever. You understand? So it's all bad. If you come into an environment with all these men and women, and you as a man, unless you on that dance floor dancing with your wife, then maybe I could give you that. Because if this had been 30 years ago, that whole place would have been jumping. Women are so neglected. Niggas don't even want a woman anymore. I'm telling you, I see it. You know, I remember my man sat next to me, and I'm like, yo, just have your girl sit over here. You know what I mean? Like, we're all at the table together. Why are you sitting here? I got to smell breath. You know what I mean? I got to smell male breath. Oh, God. You know when you're at an event and you smell hunger breath from somebody where you know, like, all right, that's bad breath because they probably didn't eat. And they're talking, and you're just like, it's just so much better talking to her. And his wife got, you know, her lips are done, but she's still fine. The legs, everything. They had those little burlesque dresses on. Her shit was curved. And I'm just like, yo, it's because these niggas is on that online shit. They all smoking it. And you can feel it. So when you're watching these shows like Pop the Balloon and you're trying to really figure out what these men have no hunger for a woman anymore. That's why they're able to look at somebody that walks in and pop a balloon. I could walk into an environment within seconds and say, I'll fuck everybody here. Even the ugly ones was like, I would hit that. You ever look at that woman, that little beat up, she missing teeth, but she the drunk one lit, and I'm like, she looking good in her little outfit, and I would beat that. The legs look good. Like, you start picturing shit because from a natural essence, I see good in any woman, right? But once a dude is like, I don't like your eyebrows, it's something that wouldn't turn me on, that's because of this online drug. That's what he's doing. That's why a lot of y'all women don't get fucked from your husbands no more. You're ashamed to talk about it. That's why y'all in relationships, your boyfriend don't fuck you no more. Because now, let's say, for example, I like Shinsia, the reggae singer. Let's say I'm so attracted to her. Now I start watching her online a lot. And I'm watching her videos. By the end of the day now, my head is on her. So any woman I see that ain't her ain't going to do shit for me. You understand? You're starting to start putting in this, hold on. Somebody, shout out to Naeem goddamn for that super sticker. Thank you, bro. I'm sorry. I apologize, man. I was running my mouth as usual. Thank you for that super chat, darling. I really appreciate that. I love you for that. Thank you. Thank you for acknowledging this authenticity. You know what I mean? As y'all call it, transparency, right? Well, thank you. The sun's coming out now. Wow, that's beautiful. So, as I sat and I'm thinking, everybody's asking me, where's the picture? I said, I couldn't even desire. I didn't want to walk around and do the picture thing. I wanted the crowd to get up and everybody dance. Let's do some rubber dub. Like, I feel a little naughty. And even with my mental being a little naughty, the guys want to talk about nothing, dumb shit, cars. And, yo, I almost got into it with this dude on the parkway. And I'm like, my man, like, you should be sticking that titty in your mouth that your girlfriend got. How are you talking to me? You understand what I'm saying? Like, It's bad out here, and I'm telling you, that's what it is. The ladies, what I'm about to tell you is going to really hurt you. But I'm going to tell you something, especially married women, especially women in relationships, long-term relationships. Forget especially. Everybody, whether you're dating or not, whether you're in a dating pool or not, a man has lost his male lust for a woman, for a real woman. Okay? He has. Think about the men that may have 15 different shinsias in his mind. That kills him. Imagine he doesn't, he's not touching sincere. And now he's looking at her, and that's what he wants. He doesn't even attract that. But that's what he wants. So you may think, I'm gonna get some credit because I like her down. I'm like, no, nigga, like, that's not good. What would be good is maybe I could get an artist like Shinsia and work with her and do with her. You know what I mean? At least you have some on-hands action on creating this actual artist. But what makes it worse is when we as people don't even realize that the internet, AI, has removed the male's lust. You got to remember, if you have when the housing market is bad, the economy is bad. When those interest rates are 2% and people are buying houses at 2%, that means the economy is boosting. If people are buying houses at 8%, the economy is bad. If you go out to the gas station and you just say, hey, how do we know if the economy is bad? Look at the gas prices. That's all you got to do. Okay, when you see the gas prices going down $1.98, $1.49, that means the economy is booming. When that shit is over $3, that means it's bad. So if a man is not interacting in this world naturally with a woman outside of the West Indian community, outside of the thugs in the streets, a lot of niggas is in jail now. So a lot of that shit is slow. If you're not getting that physical interaction with men and y'all going to events and shit just doesn't feel the same because he's no longer the same. He's no longer the same. You know what I mean? He can't be the same because as a man, if a nigga is beating off if a man could jerk off and say he wants to masturbate, like, okay, it's healthy to masturbate. He goes in the room and thinks of a woman from his second grade teacher, I don't know, high school teacher, professor. That's healthy. But if he looks at a phone or a tablet or a computer and pulls his dick out and beats off to that, that's bad. Let me give you the equivalent. A male masturbating himself versus a woman doing it. Big difference. If his hands is up in the air and she's doing it, it's going to feel like he's having sex. If he does it himself, it feels like he's fantasizing about having sex. You get it? It's a big difference because he's self-stimulating himself. Now, when you stimulate yourself and you are looking at an AI-generated film on YouTube, on Instagram or whether it's Instagram, whether it's Twitter, whether it's Pornhub, whether it's the same thing. Once he's looking at that visual and he can't imagine it, this right here will desensitize his libido. That's equivalent to a man before he had sex and he's on diabetes and he doesn't take his medication, but he drinks 10 sodas. It will fuck him up. You see, the thing is, when a man knows he has a natural libido is when he know he's horny because he'll fuck anything. It's a woman. But once he starts getting picky and this ain't turning him on, that's turning him on, now what's happening is his libido is decreasing. And now he's in a mayday situation because now at this point, nothing's going to turn him on other than a video. So he has to stimulate himself through a video. A woman won't be able to stimulate him. He can't kiss a woman and get an erection and she could beat him off and send him home with a nice nut. And he like, damn, nigga, I didn't get no pussy, but I sure felt like I did because it's going to feel good because she's doing it. But when you have the videos doing it, and you put that in your mind, now it becomes an addiction. Now you're screwed. You don't need a woman anymore. Oh, we don't need a woman. He's right. He doesn't need a woman anymore because now he's AI influenced and only AI could get him off. He'll have sex with a woman and still got to get off through an AI generated film. So that's a problem. Shout out to Inanna. What up, Inanna? Hey, Nate, spitting facts. I appreciate you. Goddamn, I'm serious. She said, I picture you humping a leg like a dog. Let me tell you something. Yesterday, I was cool, calm, and collective, and I was feeling good about myself. Because you know why? I was in my true natural zone. I was like, I'm not on a photographer shit. I just want to enjoy the event and be a patron. I don't want to have the responsibility of even getting up and saying, yo, let's take this photo together, which kind of sucks because for some reason, even though I probably regret it later, I just didn't want to do it. I just wanted to be in a position that I was in. And I remember my man's wife was like, I said, listen, she said, what do you want? What you drinking? I'm like, I don't know, something sweet. She know I like, you want something strong? I was like, yeah. She's like, I'm gonna get you a Long Island iced tea. And then she comes back with this big Long Island iced tea with toasting. These niggas all around is playing with the phone. She got that ass out, titties looking fucking him, sitting down, interacting. I said, let me buy you a drink. No, I'm buying you. Just because I was listening, like who would believe this right now? I'm in this environment, the only black guy, me and another guy that's here. He's married. I'm here dolo by myself, and I'm chilling. And I'm chilling. I'm walking out. My man's like, yo, you leaving? I'm like, nah, I'll be right back. I'm going to the bathroom. Niggas is asking me, you leaving? So the love was crazy. And what I love about that is there was once upon a time where I was able to do that around my own folks. But niggas, something shifted with the men. And I want to share something with y'all today because I've been struggling with this for a long time. And I'm like, nobody's listening. But maybe it's just me noticing that. One of my boys was texting me, and I love him. No disrespect. And if you listening, bro, no disrespect at all. But I'm just giving you an example. This nigga's texting me cars for sale at the table. He's texting me cars from Facebook Marketplace to the point where nothing mattered. I don't care what my daughter's doing. Fuck the dancing. Me and my wife's chilling. Nothing mattered. The DJ had to tell them, the couples, to stand up. He went up there, bullshit with her for a minute, did the little lubby-dub thing, and got right back to that phone. I almost didn't even bring, if it wasn't for me having the zone of me having in my phone for emergency purposes, I would have never brought it in there. I would have left that shit in the car. And if there's an emergency, call my boy. I should have did that because the distraction with the phone made me feel desensitized because now when there's a boring zone, you don't have a drink to play with, you don't have a piece of cake to play with, you don't have no potty favorites. And now you're like, well, let me just go through the phone. And I'm like, damn, now I feel like the same loser like everybody else. So I notice now, it's not the point of a man in there showing me a picture of a girl he's pounding. I'm like, that's not what I'm saying. It should be the motor like, yo, look at that. Nobody came to me one time yesterday and said, yo, you see this motherfucker over here? Who's that? I asked my man's wife one girl, I was like, who's that? But she's such a trooper. She like, oh no, you ain't gonna want that. You know what I mean? Like, we in the zone. She know my situation, but still, like, she still was on that cool path. But the fact that I was inquiring, she's trying to think, what was it about her that appealed to you? I was like, nah, I like the way her little dress is grabbing her body. Now I couldn't tell her that. I couldn't say like a cheese ball, like it's grabbing your body nice too, because that's my man's wife, but she still was intrigued by how I was thinking. Like, what would make you say, ooh, everything. Now it gets late. The girls are dancing in there. They dance and they're barefooted because, the girls' heels hurt. So there's a time at night when the girls throw the shoes off and they just be in they barefoot. So as she did that, damn, nigga, what are you calling for? She The girls are looking cute with their little, see-through little black stockings. The feet's looking, everything was just looking good. It was just females. Now you got the younger ones, they're a little too young, but they coming up because these little girls in their 20s, they got their little tattoos, they dancing a little provocative, but there was women all over the place at the end of the day, and nobody was getting on top of their asses like nothing. They're not even interested anymore. One of my boys shared the information with me. He said he don't even fuck his wife no more. He just go home, get on Marketplace, watch porn, and beats himself off to sleep. And he said, that's it. They don't even want no pussy anymore. So women don't even understand how serious this is. So y'all need to shoot the question. Now listen, I could give you an example and pop the balloon, but I don't even think I have to. Because, every time there's always going to be something, right? So even when they say they get exposed to all the body with bubbles, with showing the cheeks, IG fans, previews, etc., the dream woman don't even exist anymore. Well, let's take, for example, I'll tell you something that didn't turn me on. I seen a video with Spice and Little Kim, and I just was like, nah, you know what I mean? Because it's fake. You know what I mean? Like that's just a turn off because I'm like, it don't even look good. But when a woman is real, you're like, oh, you feel it. And the men that know what I'm talking about. I know most men don't. Man, you're old school. It wasn't like back in the day, especially here in Detroit. Nah, there's never too old school for pussy. It's not true. You know what I mean? That's not, I'm old school, but I'm not that old. I don't care if I was 90. That's bullshit. It's never too old to desire a woman. Back then, I mean, listen, I was a baby in the goddamn 70s. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say I was no, you know what I mean? But it's hard, it's hard for me to connect. Respectfully, Calvin Dickinson, nobody gets it. You see what I mean? The one dude that got it here, there's one man that got it here. One. Shout out to Chaos Rain. This dude right here. Let me give you an example when brothers get it. Let me give you one. He said, what's good? Motherfuckers got to keep their hands off themselves, stimulating themselves online. That's a man that gets what I'm saying. The women are getting it because they're like, Nate, low key, I thought something was wrong with me. And I'm like, nah, it ain't you, it's him. Right? So you get these comments. Shout out to Calvin Dickinson. He don't mean no disrespect, but this is why it's hard for me to connect with men, because I'm a ladies' man. And most men are not. To be a ladies' man, your connection, that means I'm magnetic. Women love to talk to me. Women love to talk to me about anything. Women tell me shit they shouldn't be telling me, but they can't tell their husband. They can't tell their boyfriend. The things that I get open up to me, only a man in his mind could only imagine. So when you're at the era and you're like, yo, what part of the game did men believe it's old school to find a real woman attractive? I'm in a world by myself, dating. Nobody gets it. Nobody gets when I was sitting in that event last night. Let's use an example. Younger woman. I'm seeing a younger woman like, nah, that's homeboy's daughter. You know what I mean? I'm not even looking at a young woman past 2 seconds. Cause I'm like, nah, I'm good. You know what I mean? I won't even look at it. That's the code. He's just like, nah, I'm good. You know what I mean? This motherfucker's my age. His daughter is nearly 21 years old, and now I'm good. You know what I mean? But then when you got the other joints where you just like, how in the fuck? I can imagine what you're gonna do to that tonight when you get home. They don't do nothing. These niggas is on that phone, man. They're on that online community, whether it's an online community of fucking perverts or anti-woman. They're watching AI. Look, I'm looking at the camera. This woman just came out and emptied the garbage in her shorts. I'm just like, you understand? Automatically. They don't get it. It's like, well, I got to get to know her. A man's lust. Look it up. Look up man lust. Let me read it to you. I'm gonna tell you what man lust is. You know what man lust is? This is what man lust is. Okay. Man lust is, this is the true meaning, all right? An intense and often unbridled sexual desire or craving. Okay? That's the first thing he's supposed to have when he sees a woman. This was in the 1800s, this was in the 1900s, this was in the 1950s, the 1970s, 80s, 90s, 2000. Something went wrong in 2010. Maybe it was 2020. Something went wrong, right? Kara says, Nate, do you think the phone impacts men more than women? Do you think men should even have a phone? No. Phones are bad for us in all ways. They're saying it causes cancer. That's number one. Now the fact that you have a device for what? Texting somebody, cool. Checking some information, whether it's through Alexa, whether it's through, that's not the greatest for your brain because you're not learning because Alexa's thinking for you, your Google's thinking for you. But when you start getting to the point where your algorithm is all these attractive women and you're not fucking none of them, that's a problem. I looked at Vibes Cartel on stage the other day with Spice, Shensia, all these women. I don't even think he's turned on because he's sick. It's a little different, but I couldn't imagine. Even Diddy at his highest level, these niggas had to have all these drugs and put the drugs through the baby oil to get a woman enticed. Like, what went wrong? The phone. You got to think about it like this. A nigga beat off. Back in the days, we used to beat off before we go see a chick so we could get a longer nut so we don't come quick. Now niggas is beating off before they go to the club. Like, now they beating off to free porn. Like, fuck it, I'm good. A bitch can't do nothing for me. That's a problem. Masturbation is healthy, nigga. Beating off to free internet porn is not. That's beyond an obsession. Kevin said, Nate, when can you go to an event? It's good to have, when you go to the event, is it good to have a wingman? If you don't get no pussy, but I'm my own wingman. I could go to a spot by myself, especially a family event or a special event or a birthday or a celebration. I can be by myself. I've never had a wingman in my life, ever. I wingman all my life. I'm a wingman, so I guess that's the reason why, but I'm a wingman. And if I'm a wingman around a nigga that's picky, I don't fuck with him. I come from the era where, listen, do me a favor. I had to ask my niggas, listen, this is who I'm fucking. Her friend's a little beat, but just look out for me because I need you to keep the friend, you know what I mean? Occupied. And the nigga like, fuck it, nigga, give me a condom. I'll fucking beat it. Not anymore. Them days is over. Them days, you can't get a nigga to do that for a pretty bitch. He gonna make an excuse. Tree, it doesn't actually get the first word, but it's called. Okay. Great question though. Castro said, what are you joking? What you're joking, right? You say a man knows that a married man is not beating this thing in his real life. Choose to beat X-rated internet. Yeah, man. He told me that. Nick, let me tell you what a lot of these men do. I'm not saying that AI and, internet porn is not intriguing. Once you look at that shit, don't, you know what I mean? But that's like saying, I can't say crack is not intriguing. You know what I mean? Don't fuck with it, right? So my boy, one of many said what he does when he comes home, he'll play with Facebook Marketplace, get in the shower, come out of the shower, go to the Pornhub, beat off, and then go to sleep. He said nothing about, should I get home, fuck the shit out of my wife, take a shower, or take a shower, fuck the shit out of her and go. Niggas don't do that anymore. because the imaginary world in that porn land, a woman can't compete with that. In his mind, you understand? How can you compete with all this accessibility? So she's competing with AI. You know what I mean? I imagine it, to have you do a show on this, thanks for the inspiration. I'm telling you, man, it's bad. That's why I tell men, listen, if you want to keep your shit pure, don't fuck with that. Once you know you natural is when you can fuck something that ain't even that cute. Now, every now and then you may have something. I had a chick that, you know what I mean? She couldn't really turn me on. I couldn't get turned on from her. Something about it. That's different. That happens. Like, there's nothing there, right? But on a bad night, would I hit it? Well, what was it that wasn't turning me on? I'm thinking about this one particular woman in the past. I remember, I tell the story all the time, but it's an old story, but I remember I had this thing about a woman walking to me. And I remember I stood in the parking lot and I had a big truck and I said, listen, come out here, I'm over here. And if she came walking to me and I knew I was done, I said, nah, I ain't into it. And again, that's rare, you know what I mean? That's rare for me, you know what I mean? Because even with that, I didn't like, something about it just wasn't turning me on. Now, again, that's understandable. That's not saying that any man, you got to be turned on with everything, but something about it, she was giving me a bull dagger vibe, like a gay lesbian vibe, and she just didn't turn me on. You know what I mean? Again, but that's rare. Like most of my mindset is like, damn. So the one time she didn't, I can't perform with a woman like that because the sex is gonna be garbage. I may embarrass myself because in my mind I'm gonna think it's pussy, so I shouldn't get turned down. I shouldn't get turned off. You understand? Kara said, when you said in one of your lives that women are okay with dating monster-looking men and black men, red pill bozos have the audacity to rate a woman for her looks. Right. Any man rating a woman for their looks is a bozo. That's not real. They took a minute to call me back. Let me call you back. That's not real. See, the online community, this is the downfall of the online community. Women are really getting intrigued by this. They're really going by that. They don't go by the standards that we seen in this concert at Vibes Cartel with all these people in there that worship this man that, as bad as shape that he is, he's still the king of dancehall. I'm looking at the crowd like, imagine all the women in this motherfucker. Like, the average guy that says he's picky like that, he'll be in an environment like that and make an excuse. He's going to leave there with nothing. He's going to see these outstanding women and he's going to have nothing but a negative opinion because, you know what I mean? He's going to have a negative opinion because he's going to find something to have a problem with because he's AI influenced. You understand? So a lot of times with me, I feel that when y'all hearing these narratives, they're coming from, I'm always asking, who told you that? Well, there was a guy I dated. I'm like, what kind of guy did you date yesterday that told you that? Now, I know the answer. I just want to see if she's going to tell me. And then I'm like, well, that's the problem. You're talking to a fucking asshole. That's not normal. That's, you know what I mean? What is normal is if a woman, once in a blue, you may not be turned on from a woman. You know what I mean? Like that, you may have to get drunk to fuck her. That's all. And even then it's still possible. Because maybe something's turning you off. Maybe she got a big head. Maybe she looks manly. Maybe she got a big, who knows what it may be? Maybe she looks like a sister. Maybe she looks like an aunt, a cousin. Sometimes that could happen. But that's normal if it's, right? But rating women and you don't get none of these women, Like Chris Brown and Future, these niggas could rate women. They're superstars. Drake, they could rate women. These niggas could rate women because they're superstars. They get pussy from all over the world. That's different. There's no regular man that can rate women like that. Do you know the amount of women that Chris Brown has access to physically? So if a man has all the success through the internet and a man has it physically, this guy's in a dream world. He's that's an AI generated man. You know, do you imagine the pussy that Method Man has thrown at him? Could you imagine the type of woman that Rick Ross and these celebrity niggas are fucking? Could you imagine the woman that Jay-Z has thrown at him? Oh, Beyonce, I couldn't see her cheating on her. Are you kidding me? When your wife is Beyonce, do you understand the type of woman that Jay-Z attracts? You can't. That's the problem. You can't imagine in your wildest dreams, okay? That's why he's gonna step out. That's why Jermaine stepped out. Jermaine Dupri stepped out on Janet Jackson. You gotta look at the clarity of who their wives are. The average man can't relate to that. He doesn't even attract what he likes. So if you are into women that you find attractive, you know, how many times you see me, I like a Puerto Rican. I'm like, get the fuck, I'll kick you out of the class for that. It's not what, for a man, it's not what you like, it's what you attract. That's the bottom line. A nigga could sit there and tell you what he likes, he usually dates this, and that could be all lies. And now your insecurity gets up because he's used to dating younger women. He's doing you a favor because you're an old bitch. Right. So why is he there? He couldn't tell me that. I know he's just talking. Listen, I did this experiment. And then he called, God, please forgive me for this, because my father said never do this again. This woman wanted me to pimp her. I will never forget this. She wanted me to pimp her. She's like, listen, I've been wanting to talk to you, and this ain't the first time this happened. I'm going to give you one scenario. Fine, motherfucker, gorgeous. All right? I did a lot of work with her on the internet, too, as far as like, but I'm not going to say who she is. Fine. She wanted to talk to me to make a couple of dollars. This is what's that bullshit in 2020? This is way before on what's the thing called? OnlyFans. This had to be 2016. Guyanese gorgeous woman, fine, exotic. So she wanted me to pimp her. Basically, like, you know what I mean? Line niggas up, see what they want to do, and you hold me down. And this is before I discussed this with my pops, and that's why I would never do this again. So we kicked it, we talked. I said, send me, you know what I mean? Send me what you dealing with, because that's what they're going to want to see legit. So she sent me some pussy popping videos, naked. Well, it didn't matter with naked because I was already taking naked pictures of her because we was doing modeling. But she sent me the explicit shit that she had at home. Yo, I remember me trying to get her a few clients just because, you know what I mean? That was our little personal shit. That was my nigga. Every nigga, I couldn't get nobody to fuck her. Now, guess why? The reason why nobody was able to arrange it, number one, the average nigga like, yo, I wish you had told me this, yo, I'm working all week. You know what they were doing? This is 2016. Do the math. I still got the videos on my phone. I still got the videos in my phone. She never requested it back. I still got them. Pussy, all that, playing with dildos, everything. Beautiful woman. She said it, and I quote, whatever, you know what I mean? You do whatever you got to do. Whatever was popping at the time, that's how we was going to do it. I sent niggas the clips like, yo, you know what I mean? It's my peoples. You know what these motherfuckers was doing? They was beating off to it. That's why they was never fucking following up. What they was doing was they was getting the free porn from me, beating off, and then coming with the excuses. I couldn't get nobody to fuck this bitch. Now, why you didn't hit it? I didn't hit it, you know what I mean? I didn't hit it. She was more valuable. We was doing shit together, web series. We was doing a lot of shit. I didn't want to fuck with it, and now I got to face my wife and play myself. But my father told me, Junior, don't never pimp no woman. Nobody respects a pimp. I went to one of my rich niggas. I hit this nigga up. I sent the nigga the video. The nigga fucking ghosted me for like 2 days. And I made an excuse. And nobody was able to pop on her. Yep. True story. So I learned this, and there was this one old hag nigga, he's really bad with it. I just looked at it. So I learned this thing too. That's why you never send a video. You're supposed to, if you're doing this game, you're supposed to send a picture of them with the face covered. Which I did. She had her face covered, but still, I was giving them explicit video. You're supposed to just give them a picture, a half-naked picture with their face covered so they can, you know what I mean, if they want to go further. But I was fucking up and sending a video by her permission. We got nowhere with it, you know what I mean? So we never did it. True story. Carter's my witness on that, and I'm not happy about it, but that's just one example. I had a Dominican chick that wanted me to pimp her. Like, I know you knew this and know that, this, that, and the third, but you know what I mean? She was younger. I'll never forget that. Early 20s. And the same thing, you know what I mean? She didn't give me no video, but these are the requests. And it's you know what I mean? That game is hard. For me, it was definitely hard because niggas just don't fuck. They living in that damn porn world. And that was then. So you imagine how bad it is now. If I call a nigga right now and say, yo, bro, I got this broad. She want to get it in. Watch him say, damn, Brown, I wish you had told me earlier. I'm over here with the he gonna make an excuse. He doesn't need to do it anymore. He lost his male lust. You could test any homie with that shit. Trust me when I tell you. Shout out to Trinity and Travels. He said, Nate, what I meant, they were stepping for women not like today, especially with the social media. No, that's what I'm trying to tell you, Calvin. Respectfully, the reason why you don't get it is you just solidify. Listen to what he just said. He just confirmed it. Listen to what this man said. Look at the comment on my bottom of my screen. Nate, what I meant, men were stepping to women. Yeah, I know that. And now they're not. Because of social media. He just proved my whole point here. Now watch this, Calvin. Now Calvin said wingman, all the above, right? A man, I can't even ask him, but I'll say this. You just confirmed what I'm talking about, this whole discussion that I've been talking about for the last hour and 12 minutes. Look what he just said. He said it himself. You think it's just me? I meant men were stepping to women back in the day, not like today, especially with social media. Right. My point exactly. I realized video viewers and Playboy models were huge in the 2000s. 90s, not as much, including strip clubs declining. Sex is accessible. It's too accessible. Yeah, prostitution, you know what I mean? If a man's going to have one addiction that's bad, if there's anything, it'd be better off buying a prostitute. At least it's a real woman. You know what I mean? That should be, but once you start dealing with the AI generated shit, is over. He said, that's damn indeed. He might as well give his wife up to another. It ain't that easy, Chaos Rain. They all talk that. In other words, you could be the same guy. They all talk that. I could tell him about a scenario about somebody else. He's going to say the same thing you did. I can tell my boy that told me and say, yo, one of my boys is a sucker. His wife is bad, beautiful. Yo, this nigga beats off all day. He'd be like, damn, he might as well give his wife to another one. He doing the same thing. They all like that. I can't find a friend out here with this shit. Trust me. They all like that. Ms. Jefferson says, a lot of people were complaining about this week's episode of Pop the Balloon. They said the men were rejecting the women as a form of get back of many men. Listen, let me share something with y'all. This shit is deep. Let me just share something. I want y'all to listen to this. This is just to pan off what Miss Jefferson is talking about. Let me just share this video with this. I want you to read this. I want you to listen very closely. Okay? Sit back and watch this for 6 minutes.
He got in the cage with former UFC star turned podcaster Jake Shields to explore the Manosphere and why exactly it's so popular.
They speak liberal, they have liberal friends, and then they go online and they are a white supremacist.
This is Vera Papasova. She spent the last year dating far-right men in New York City for a story for Cosmopolitan magazine.
They're the most insecure men I've ever sat down with. It was really difficult to have some of these dates because they were so insecure, because they don't really know who they are and they don't know how to figure that out.
She said the men she dated got all their news and information from the so-called Manosphere.
They did not listen to anything else. They're only listening to independent media, and they're only listening to men talking to men.
The Manosphere is made up of macho podcasters and influencers.
There's no such thing as an independent female.
Most women have zero concept of white money.
Females don't have independent thought.
It's a space where UFC fighters are among those who reign supreme.
They love the UFC guys. They love the MMA guys because those guys do what they can. They're modern gladiators. They're badass.
Badass like Jake Shields, a former UFC.
I think all these niggas is gay, personally. I think men don't even realize that they want to fuck a man. I really, really believe that from the bottom of my heart. I really believe it. Men want to fuck other men. They just don't know. They don't realize that they do. Men rate men better than women. Calvin Dickinson says, Nate, once Kevin Samuels started rating women, no, brother. No. You said once Kevin Samuels started rating women, dating coaches all ran with it. No, you're not catching on, Calvin. You're not getting it. You're bringing in Kevin Samuels, brother. You're not getting it at all. That's my frustration. You're not getting it. It's almost like you're not hearing nothing I'm saying here, my brother. Men have lost the hunger for women. Anti-female online communities, AI removed his male lust. True or false? That's all you're supposed to be telling me, bro. Seriously. Because that's the problem. That's why it's hard for me. Yes, I did open up my gates for men to come in, but a lot of niggas don't get it. You're supposed to correct that. Meaning like, yo, is it real, nigga? Or what about you? Maybe you was listening to Kevin Samuels. I wasn't listening to him. He's dead. I don't give a fuck about him. I never did. But the fact that you mentioned Kevin Samuels was rating women and dating coaches ran with it, maybe you ran with it. That's concerning to me, that comment. Like, you bringing in Kevin Samuels so again, you confirmed my title. You just confirmed it again. Men have lost their hunger for women, influenced by anti-female online communities, okay? Kevin Samuels run an anti-female community. I don't believe that Kevin Samuels is real. I think that was AI. I don't believe Kevin Samuels is real. I don't believe it. Kevin Samuels is real. It's the same as me having a friend that turned out to be a federal snitch. And all along, he was supposed to be my friend. I don't believe Kevin Samuels is real. I believe that was AI. And the fact that you mentioned it, you're confirming once again my point exactly. Yeah, I was a horrible pimp. Yeah, you know what I mean? That's the only time I ever I don't share women's, you know what I mean? Let me tell you something. I haven't shared a woman popping a pussy since then. That's a West word on everything I love. I haven't. Only because we was trying to make her a little, you know what I mean? Biography, Chris. If you looked at her, you wouldn't believe it. Believe me. She done been in this studio naked, in my tub, everything. We done did videos here, all the above, all types of shit. We did mad web series, mad photo shoots. I still got naked fit photos of her now. What am I going to do with it? You know what I'm saying? I don't think Kevin Samuels even like women. Right. It was anti-male. Men are telling women, oh, we're not approaching you anymore. Y'all want it to be. They're saying that?
Star turned podcaster.
All right. Now I'm starting to feel nervous. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, of course.
Who I met at an MMA gym in Las Vegas.
Like all great MMA pros. I've never hit anyone in my life.
I'm not punching back. Hit me. No, sit right here. KO.
This is CNN.
I really truly believe this is an agenda to desensitize men so they can become gay. Because if y'all not going to fuck a woman, who you going to fuck? Is it either a dog or a man? Now y'all up in here boxing with each other. Come on, man. This is... Chowdy Nada. B. Benson, do you also think men just don't like to pay for women anymore since corn is free? No. Niggas ain't getting no pussy, B. Ben. Not in real life. That's what I'm trying to tell you. On the online community, yes. You're right. Not in real life. These niggas is not trying to fuck. So if they're not fucking no woman, where are they getting the pussy at if it's free? Where? Tell me where you're seeing this at. Where? Tell me. I mean, we've been talking for the... Where are they... Listen, if a man got to fuck the release, where is he? He's not. He's fucking his hand. He's either fucking a man or he's beating off to porn. Either way, he don't need a woman. Don't pay for women anywhere? Where? Where is this existing? Listen to me, B. Ben, listen. When you're in the real world, men are scared of women. That's bull. That's what I'm trying to tell you. These men ain't walking around like, yo, man, I don't need no bitch. No, they don't have the desire, of course, but they're not walking around confident. Not in real life, they're not. No man's walking around confident because he's getting internet sex. No man's walking confident because he's getting pussy overseas. No man in America is walking confident. I told you earlier, it is a drought. The ground is dead. The same drought that they had in California when all them homes burned down is dead. No action. I just told you I was at an event. Men are playing with their phones, bro. They don't want no ass. You know what I'm saying? So you're saying the pussy's free. Now you got to explain that, B. Ben. Where? Because I remember back when I was single, I fucked 5, 7 girls in one weekend, easy. And not saying all brand new, but maybe half of them I already had. But you understand? Where is the woman? Where are you getting this free pussy from in the streets, nigga? You know, and I know you approach the average woman, she ain't trying to fuck with you. You know that, bro. Come on. Come on, B. Ben. Prove me wrong. I've just been challenged. Y'all niggas ain't getting it. The guy said it's fast. It's easy to just finish himself versus warming his wife up. It's a fact. He said that. The bitches are way more prettier. You know what I mean? Yeah, Kevin Samuels have to do with the conversation, Kevin. Right. Nate, do you think because women are becoming more independent, getting the brag, traveling, they can't cope? Nah. Niggas just ain't. That's a good question. Men just have lost the hunger for women. Listen to me very clearly. I want y'all to get this like, okay, I got it. In real life, the shit I'm seeing in the streets, men, you can't be confident and you come from an anti-female online community. You can't be confident when you are in the AI influences. You can't be confident. A man gets confident because he's able to meet women organically, one-on-one. A man is confident when he's looking at the average woman and will beat it off, beat it, and step to her. They're not approaching the woman. They're scared because social media, online communities, AI has removed his male lust. So as a result of it, the women think, oh, the men are just chasing, they're tired. No, they have no desire because they're scared. They're scared of you. How many of y'all told me y'all got approached from 10 men today? No, it's not happening. Not in this climate. Shout out to C Loves. But they said, Nick, what is the interview called? I want to show my friend. This one here, this one is called, I'll show it this way. The women dated only far-right men for a year. They were so insecure. Just on CNN. 17 million subscribers is watching this shit, man. The woman dated only, it's right at the bottom, see it? Just go to CNN. The woman I date, I'll put it in the description. I'll share it.
From professional athlete, which is the highest of highs, to retirement.
And I guess the
podcast has helped. You could fall into depression if you just go from the most amazing career where you're famous and spotlights to all of a sudden you're a nobody.
Sure.
Like other podcasters in the Manosphere, Jake regularly hosts controversial guests.
And I named the podcast Fighting Back. I feel like we have to fight back what we're told we're allowed to do. I just don't like to be told you're not allowed to talk to this person. Like, why can't I talk to him? I'm not saying I agree with his ideology, but I should hear what he has to say.
He's hosted the former Grand Wizard.
These guys are all fucking losers, man. Losers. These are the guys that's going to be shooting up people. These are motherfuckers that kill their parents. All of these guys. It's not just a black thing. It's men. Men are just fucking losers. That's why they end up with the player. The player is the only one that gets it. Look at that show on Pop the Balloon. There was one guy on that stage that gets pussy. Maybe two. All the rest of them niggas is losers. Men pedalize men. They pedalize men. Kara says, I think the Manosphere should be considered and investigated as a federal hate crime. It should be. It's an anti-fucking female movement.
The Ku Klux Klan.
Today I have a very, very special guest, Dr. David Duke. I know you're controversial, but I had no idea how controversial.
And Thomas Russo, the leader of the white supremacist group Patriot Front.
Let's go where we disagree a little bit.
Yes,
let's hit race, because you're a white-only group?
So the organization only allows people of American ethnicity, and all Americans, I believe, come from Europe, so they're white.
The true heirs of the American spirit fight on! Yeah, no, I understand and talk to these guys, but I've also not brought anyone hateful. If I do, I'm going to be really, really on top of them.
But so you saying that you haven't brought someone hateful on, right? People say, well, you brought on the Grand Wizard of the KKK, you brought on Patriot Front.
Yeah.
They're hateful.
No, I think those are excellent questions, but people go and watch the actual interviews, I think they would be like, oh, this guy's not near as hateful as if I expect it.
But Vera says hate isn't what the men she dated were really looking for.
One of these guys brought me to a political meeting.
And did they talk about politics?
Barely. They talked about, it was a bunch of men complaining about girlfriends and wives, regurgitating Andrew Tate type of advice about how to train your girl.
You see? That's why I tell you, if I catch any of you guys it's like this, I'm going to kick you the fuck out of here. Okay? If I catch anybody here, because you're going to let it out with your comment, and you're here part of this mindset, I'm going to kick you the fuck out of here. Because you shouldn't be here. You see, Kevin Samuels was AI, you stupid fucks. All right? Nobody met the nigga in person. Okay? All right, well, the celebrity did. Again, you haven't met a celebrity, you fucking losers. Okay? So according to, a celebrity is AI to you. You never met them. Anything you can't meet and didn't touch is AI. That's just what it is. I'm AI. But at least there's woman here that can prove it. Oh, no, he ain't no AI. I met that nigga in person. That's the difference. And we're doing a live stream. Okay? All right? Kevin Samuels is AI. No matter which way you look at it. Well, but see, his cult members are going to be like, no, he wasn't. Right. You can't tell his cult members it's a cult. But he was AI. That's how powerful AI is. Then he just died mysteriously over some Red Bull and some Latin pussy. Get the fuck out of here. You believe that? These niggas mentioned this nigga in the BET fucking awards. It's all fake. You know, next thing you know, you be telling me that the man flew to the moon. It's all fake. It ain't real. Jamal said they basically the KKK. Ain't no difference, same shit. Yeah, where was his funeral at? It's all fake. This is not a problem just with black women. This is men. That's how Trump got in. Trump made it because of fucking Andrew Tate type of niggas. This is a hater's time. I told y'all that. Look, it ain't just black women.
girlfriend how to train your wife to be submissive. And so this group was supposed to be a political group, but they're talking about relationship problems. And the fact that that's what most of the time was spent on, you don't need to be a neo-Nazi. You need therapy.
The appeal of Jake's podcast speaks to a need among young men in this country that Vera says can't be ignored.
You have to incentivize someone to want to be better. You can't just say, let's make men better. The thing about these guys is their biggest support system is online, but that also is very isolating, and isolation is what breeds hatred.
Groups like Patriot Front offer community, but community based on racism and hate.
People have to really think about, do you have the capacity to talk to people that you don't agree with? Because that one nice conversation you might have might change someone's day enough to not have to seek out help in an online support group, which is actually a bunch of white supremacists using political beliefs as an excuse for how they feel.
Donnie O'Sullivan is here with us now. Donnie, I'm so glad you've done this special. There's so much intrigue around this issue of the Manosphere. And in fact, Trump is going to the UFC tonight. How big of a role does the sport play in the Manosphere?
Trump is going to the UFC tonight? Oh, that's a great question. Nate, do you think that this started during COVID? Yes. It was starting when his first term happened, but it really started during COVID. I'm telling you. All these men, these fucking neo-Nazis, KKK, all these motherfuckers got pain from their mothers, pain from women. They hate women. There's no way in the world a nigga is bouncing off from pussy to pussy and got no time to be no fucking neo-Nazi. They hide behind political. Believe me, niggas. When niggas is failing, they go on the opposite. So trust me, it's women. Whether it's they hated their mother was the reason why the father never came. But it's women. It's anti-woman. These niggas just hate women. So when they're in a group and y'all looking good, now they got judgment. What good is it if they judging you when they can't approach you? That's his excuse. It's all bullshit. But he'll suck a man's dick. I'm telling you, most of these guys, these neo-Nazis is all gay. They're all gay. All they do is suck and fuck each other. I'm telling you, it's all an excuse. I'm telling you. And that's why when you were able to watch, I'm going to put that in thing because we don't want to hear the guy and do an interview now. But this is why yesterday when I was showing you with Pop the Balloon, just look at, I want y'all to study this, man. I want y'all to just watch. Just watch how these men are so unbothered, but yet they stick with each other. Like, none of them niggas check each other. They all got something to say. Just everything. And the women don't even know how to be women anymore because they don't even know what he wants. Just watch. Just watch it. Watch it.
Okay, what's your name?
Not the audacity is crazy.
I told you. You see that? She just walked in the fucking room. She just walked in the room. Pretty. It's a woman. And you just popped the fucking balloon. Think about that. Think about the sickness of that. Like, it's not even fair. It's like putting a whole bunch of men that's not attracted to women, right? But they don't judge each other. Men are supposed to be competitive. They should be dissing each other. If you could get that cornball if you want. None of them do that. They'll tell the next, oh, he's attractive. He's good looking. They won't do that with a woman. Look at her face. Look at how she responds to disbelief. Watch, just watch.
Bring out our next single lady. Hello, welcome in. Okay, what's your name?
Wow, how in the fuck do you do that? So when y'all see that I'm by myself, well, I'm not by myself. I got the hammer, but when I'm by myself, this is why I don't fuck with dudes. I don't fuck with them. In my mind, I think every guy wants to suck my dick. I really believe that. First thing he said, oh, you're a big guy. He want to suck my dick. A man compliments me on my height more than women. He probably want me to fuck him in his ass. So I believe men look at me and want me to fuck him. That's what they believe. I believe that. He don't want a woman no more. He wants me. He wants this big 6'5" nigga to shove his dick in his throat. In his mind, I can't control that. But that's what he believes. I know he does. That's how he thinks of me. He's not gonna have no interest for a woman. He's not gonna pay no money. As a matter of fact, it'll make his scare tactic of being afraid to approach her. Now he has an excuse because now he can say, oh, I just rated her. But he won't rate me. All he gonna do is tell me, God damn, you a big dude. I wish I had your height. The minute I walk into a customer's house, the husband's on my dick. When they give me a pound, they hug me. Yo, what up, big bro? These are the same niggas that's watching porn. They watching everybody else's dick go into everybody else's mouth. Then he beating off to it, watching a man's balls going into some. You got to think of this. You got to think of the whole mindset, the totality of this. See, you don't believe them. What I think the majority of the men are gay, personally. Every man in the hate community that hates women, he'll fuck a man. He either going to be the top or the bottom. Guaranteed. I believe that's what it is. I believe that. I really believe that from the bottom of my heart. And you don't believe me? Watch this show. Watch this. Watch this.
Not the audacity is crazy.
What's your name?
Alicia.
Alicia, how old are you?
I just turned 29 last week.
Okay.
Everybody's 29. They need to stop this age thing because you should never tell a man your age. Never. That's none of his fucking business. Say that. That's rude. You watch this show, never, ever, ever, ever tell a man your age.
Thank you. And what do you do?
I'm in sports marketing.
Okay.
Look at that, sports marketing. How the fuck do you see something like that come out and just pop the balloon? Why are gay men so, think about it, why are openly gay men so cocky? Why are they so confident? Because they can believe they can have any man because they know these down low niggas. Why is it when Antoine told me they be having loads of niggas coming in from fucking damn Grinder going into the crib? Marry niggas, men that can't get pussy on a Friday night. There ain't no ass out here. He's gonna fuck a dude. Any man that wants to fuck you in your ass is gay. You got to think about that. If he wants to put it in your ass, Antoine just he got a girlfriend, he say he finally made it to her ass, he's gay. She don't even know it. Antoine's a guy that works for me. My worker.
What are some things you like to do for fun?
Okay, so I love powerlifting. That's like my go-to. I train Muay Thai.
Wow. See what I mean? Just I told you all these niggas are gay. I wish Cinnamon was here right now. He'll tell you all of them are gay. All of them. That's not natural. You're watching this show. This is not normal, man. Nothing normal about this. Nothing.
You train what?
I train Muay Thai. I don't know. I really like to draw. I'm not good at it.
Now, just remember, this is online now. This is not real. This is online. In the real world, he's not even approaching you because he's scared. See the difference? Not because he's influenced by online community, but even if he likes you, even if you're attractive, he's not going to approach you. They're not approaching women anymore, I'm telling you. Because of this online shit, you understand? But in this online world, she's going to be a loser.
I like hiking and being in nature. I don't know, just like vibing.
Okay. Yeah. And what do you look for in a man?
I don't know, definitely. I'm more of a personality girly. Okay. So like you have to be funny and like enjoyable to be around and not like too serious. Mm-hmm. But
look at this. This woman got a coat on, right? She has a coat on. I would be all over this. Even with the big coat and the hair and the extensions. I mean, how could you pop the balloon on this pussy right here? And I'm watching this from a digital perspective. What would be on a man's mind? Right. I know. See, you don't. That's not normal.
Like, also have your life together. So like, not too unserious. But yeah, I'm a personality girly, so I can't really it's not that tangible.
Okay. And what are some deal breakers?
Needs therapy. You're not currently in therapy.
Which is all of them. She said needs therapy, not currently in therapy, which is all black men. They're all fucked up. He ain't got no father. He's a piece of shit. You got to remember, from a man's level, and I know men are going to find offensive, if your father didn't raise you, you're a bastard. You do realize that, right? You do realize that. I mean, I know when a woman has 10 kids, you look at it, you do realize you're a bastard when you don't have your fucking father that didn't raise you properly, right? You do realize you're a piece of shit. Now, it's up to you to be a better piece of shit, but you're always going to be a piece of shit to me because your own father couldn't even fucking raise you. Well, I'm going to be a better man than my father. Well, you could do whatever you got to do. You're still a fucking piece of garbage. You don't believe me? Think of the level of your father didn't want you. He knew you was a piece of shit. That's why he dipped on your mother. Think about that. That's worse than an adoption, nigga. At least the parent, they said they couldn't do it. All right? But your mother had you in the hospital and the father dipped. You haven't seen your father. You don't even know who your father is. I mean, come on now. You know you're a piece of shit. That's what you feel like. My father's first thing that he said is, I got my boy when he had me. What did he do when he had you? You don't even know who the fuck he is. You feel like a worthless piece of shit because your father that stuck his dick in your mother to have you dipped on her. Now, you can't tell me I'm not lying. Shout out to Cash Rain. I got to write clear than this. You understand what I'm trying to type. Yeah, I understand. He said, I agree. A man wants to be in your booty, fat ass in between the thing. Listen to me, right? Think of the layout. You got your asshole. The only thing a man's supposed to be doing when he hit it from the back is looking at that exit sign. That's cool. You fucking a woman from the back, you spread her asshole, but once you get to the point where you want to stick your dick in her, well, they doing in porn. That's porn, nigga. Man can't even tell another dude that y'all fucked this girl in the ass openly without being questioned. Because the question is, why you fucking her ass? Why you ain't just fucking the pussy? See, you're watching the porn, you're watching that digital enhancement, that AI, and you're like, yeah, that's what they do in that world. That's different. You can't be a porn star without taking it in the ass. But in a real fucking world, if you rather put it in a woman's ass, nigga, you are gay. You just don't know it. Because that means you can fuck a man in the ass the same. Man, a man's ass ain't different than a woman's ass. It's an asshole. They don't have a female asshole, a female anus. It's an anus on a female, an anus on a man. But I mean, you can fuck a man. You can't fuck a man in a pussy. He don't have one. But a man does have an asshole. Women don't even think, oh, wow, what benefit is she getting a nigga sticking in her damn butthole? She don't got a prostate gland. He'd rather fuck a man. At least he could bust a nut. You can't get good advice on sex on porn. If you don't have the birds and the bees talk, all you're going to just be doing is a lost freak. That's all. Now you're going to end up liking it. Because all them niggas did, they abused and fucked you up the ass when you were 13 years old. That's disgusting. That's a disrespect to your womanhood. If a nigga prefer the butthole, unless it's your request, if he requested, that nigga's gay. I don't give a fuck what no nigga told you. Unless that motherfucker is a porn star, a famous porn star. Because that's what he does for a living, then he gets a pass. If a nigga just wants to stick his dick, the pussy feel better. Why you want to stick it in your asshole? You can't compare a pussy to an asshole. There's no comparison. Because everybody got an asshole, and not everybody got a pussy. No comparison. No comparison. None. There's no, oh, it's tighter. That's because he's gay. I fucked a woman up a couple asses in my life. I didn't even like it. It felt disgusting. It's dirty. I didn't like it. She thought, well, that's what men like. No, that's what niggas, any man that like this is gay. Unless that motherfucker is a porn star. Porn stars that fuck women up the ass, fuck men in the ass. If he's addicted to doing anal sex, he will fuck a man. You know why? Because men are nastier than women. The woman suck a man's dick after he fuck up the ass ain't gonna be like the same as a man. A man gonna suck a dick better because he know how to make a man feel. So what are you competing with? You competing with AI, you competing with gay man, you're gonna lose. Can't compete with that. There's no value in a fucking butthole on a woman.
I really value someone who can look intrinsically and understand themselves. If you can't communicate, if you immediately get upset and block me or disappear, gotta go.
Yeah, because he doesn't have a desire for a woman anymore. There's no hunger there. It's like Eddie Murphy doing stand-up. There's no hunger.
If you're not into anything active, like you don't have to necessarily be a power lifter, but like play basketball or like go for a hike, just something like take care of yourself to some.
She's a cheap date. No, there's no maintenance here. Nothing. No maintenance. Just a very simple woman.
Extent. So yeah, I don't know.
Okay, no problem.
I guess I do know actually. So.
All right, we got some pop balloons. Let's go on over there, see why they ended up popping.
He gonna call her masculine. Watch.
All right, your name and age?
I'm Sammy. I'm 30.
Okay, Sammy, why did you end up popping in?
He don't like anybody. This fucking butt fucker doesn't like anybody. I don't understand why they do this. He doesn't like anybody. Now the women say, wow, it's rough for us out here. No, it's not. He doesn't like anybody but a man. He has the same color that Arlette has on. This guy is not in the woman. He has no desire or hunger to be with the woman at all. There's nothing there. He's probably married to a man.
You're beautiful. I think you have a great aesthetic and you have great energy. I do think
that's when you know he's full of shit. Watch.
You're a little bit all over the place for me. I think there's just a lot going on and pulling you in different directions. I would like my girl to be a little bit more focused and centered in different ways. Also, like, I don't...
What does that mean, you fucking ape? What does that mean, you fucking ugly ape? She didn't even say anything, bro. What was it? You just don't have no hunger for a woman, nigga. So it's easy to drag them. You AI piece of shit. That's why these fucking cops shoot these motherfuckers, I'm telling you.
The statements that you made, I didn't understand. You said you didn't want somebody to automatically like block you or when
yeah, you sensitive bitch, because she knows how you men are, you mentally ill motherfucker. She knows how you are. She know you niggas are retarded. She knows you're fucking worthless. You came into this world as a bastard. Your own father didn't want you, nigga. Do you understand? Your own father didn't want you. The next step is your mother. You're going to blame your mother for that. The older you get, the more you're going to resent your mother. Your own father didn't want you. And then when he had you, you fucked his life up. You came into the world as a fuck up. It was bad news when your mother became pregnant. That's your dad. All his dreams went down the toilet. It's you, you fucking gorilla. It's him. He's blaming the woman for his failures. And you receiving this, you watching this and saying, oh, this has to, no, trust me. If I had a kid, I got one daughter. If I told you I had another kid and I didn't fuck with him, that kid's gonna feel like shit. Because that means I didn't want him. Any kid I aborted, I didn't want. And I did that. Unfortunately, not proud of that, but I didn't want the child. Imagine him. Imagine you slip between the cracks because you wanted an abortion and you end up having a baby. And once you ask your father the real story, I didn't fucking want you. I just busted a nut. She wanted to keep the baby. I know a guy. He's watching that piece of shit in Jersey. His father didn't want him. His father told him that. I didn't want you. You fucking was a burden. So did he turn out to be good? Well, that's the only choice he should choose because he's going to be a piece of shit. He's one of these anti-influence fucking women. He's against women. That's why the woman's going to fuck him over. He's never going to have a good woman. I did show the video of you and him.
And it's like, why are people blocking you?
No, motherfucker, they're blocking him because you're that emotional disaster pussy hole. That's all it is, you fucking punk. Pussy. It's you. Why do you care, fucking little midget man? You care because you're a pussy, all right? Go back to your online community, whether it's fucking KKK. You can't be in that. I know Kanye, you probably believe your fucking daddy, Kanye West, is a black KK. Why don't you join a motherfucking anti-Semitic team? Join something, because the same way how Kanye hates women, that's why he hates himself. You hate women. Laugh at this motherfucker.
I don't know. Like, so I don't know.
You don't know. That's the problem, nigga. That's why it's the only choice you got. Go to the funeral home tomorrow and say, I want to make a reservation for tomorrow. You're worthless, you piece of dark-skinned garbage. That's how you black motherfuckers do. You put the dark skin on a woman is beautiful, not on a man. You know it's not. You feel nigga. That's what the fucking problem is. There was no feel nigga woman in there. It was y'all kunte kente looking asses. And now you got an opportunity to be with this half white bitch and you can't even fucking handle her. Cause your little gay ass emotion, your pink shirt wearing pussy.
It's just a lot. It's just a lot for me personally. But I think you're gorgeous and I think you're great.
It doesn't matter if you think she's gorgeous. You don't have no hunger to be with her, motherfucker. You don't have no hunger to be with a woman, you fucking punk. All you got hunger is to get that fucking butthole shaking with another nigga. Why don't you let the guy next door, why don't you let Brokeback Mountain next to you fuck you up the ass? You don't have no hunger. Why you on this show, nigga? You don't have no hunger for a woman. Too much going on because she blocked somebody. That's all pussy shit. That's why I'm a ladies man. I can't be around. If I'm going to be around bitches, let me be around women. I'm not going to be around no bitch ass nigga. Most of these niggas are failures. You suck Trump's dick. He don't even have you part of the fucking White House, you piece of garbage. You still looking for a father. Kevin Samuels fucking, that was psych. Exactly, psych. You thought that was real. That was fake, you pussy.
That's fair. That's fair.
Is he someone that's your type?
Yeah, for sure.
What? See, you see how stupid she is? A dumb bitch. Dumb bitch. That stupid bitch. Look, she still male worships that fuck. I tell y'all, the online community is gonna fuck y'all up. This goofy bitch just got slaughtered from a gay male. Told her that she wasn't feminine enough. He ain't even interested in you. You can show him your pussy, he's gonna run. And you still say, for sure, you goofy bitch. Now, in my real world, we don't see none of this because men are just scared of women. Y'all take this bullshit online, you interpret it because they're trying to fill your head with all this garbage. This is fake. The show has influence now. That's why it's still working.
Okay. I don't really have a type though. I'm like more personality, but it's like I'm not unattracted to you.
Okay, cool. Sounds good.
Yeah, because he just shitted on you.
Sunglasses.
Thank you.
Fucking pussy.
I like this one.
All right.
Come on, but come on, man. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. I mean, they just took every goofy nigga here and put him on stage. And now a woman gonna watch this shit and say, oh, wow, you know, this is what men want. It's hard out here for us. And you're gonna feel more secure because now you gotta get your eyebrows done. You don't know if you're fat enough. You don't know if you should have a personality. You don't know what to do now because you got these goofy fucking AI niggas telling you what to do. So now you're a fool because now, and on top of it, you're male worshiping him. You don't even know how to tell a man, he ain't my type. No man's my fuck. No man should be your type when you're not his type. Period. Don't even give him the privilege. I don't give a fuck if he look like Prince. No, he's not my type. Why? He's just not. Too short. I don't give a fuck if he's 6 foot. Watch what happens. 6 foot. Now he looks at all his other friends. She said I was short. Now he gonna hold pop his balloons. That's how all these niggas are. This is a panel of gay fucking men. And they're making you look stupid because you're so desperate.
Name and age, and why did you end up popping your balloon?
He don't want nobody. He doesn't want any fucking body. He doesn't want nobody. This man has fuck me in the ass written all over him. He doesn't want a woman. There's no hunger. There's nothing there. Watch and see. Watch what he says. Watch this.
My name is Walter, and I am 32.
Who talks to a man named Walter? Who talks Walter? I knew one Walter, and he was a piece of shit. Walter? What kind of fucking name is that? He must be mad at his mother for naming him that. Unless his father was like 80 years old when he had him. Walter, bro? Why don't you just say, I don't like his name? You know he's a Walter? Get the fuck out of here, man. Watch this. Watch.
And I popped my balloon because the whole outfit. I'm not feeling that jacket. And then
You're not feeling a jacket. She's so fucking dumb. She probably want to suck his dick too. You're not feeling the jacket, bro. The jacket comes off goofy. Look at you, bro. You dress like Brokeback Mountain, my brother. And you have the fucking audacity. And you light skin. You're supposed to be, I know your femininity is kicking in. Why don't you just tell her the truth? You'd rather suck a 12-inch dick. Just keep it a stack. You know there's an agenda here.
see, yeah, that's how, yeah. And then it kind of initially come off like, why are people blocking you?
Told you. See, that's how they do. See how he agreed with him? Watch him. That's how they are. That's how all these motherfuckers are in these online communities. So I'm telling you right now, man, a couple of y'all was slipping in here in this comments. I will kick your ass out. Because if you don't get it, you'll never get it. A couple of y'all niggas was slipping. I will kick y'all the fuck out. I will. Okay, I don't have no time to teach a loser. I mean, you're never going to learn. Your father should have did it. And your father knew you wasn't shit. You think I'm going to make you feel any fucking better? I'm going to make you feel worse. Well, what if he died? Nigga, I don't give a fuck if he died when you were 3, nigga. You're worthless. You're a man, nigga. You're supposed to have your dad in your life, you piece of shit. You don't believe me? Wait till you get older, you cry fucking baby. You know how it is. You don't know what to do. Now, I'm raising my kids because my father wasn't there. How do you know how to raise your kid, you fucking loser? Your father wasn't there. It's impossible. Well, I disagree. Yeah, that's the femininity in you, you pussy hoe. You're worthless, fatherless, nigga. That's just what it is. And that's fine. It's like a car that's been in a salvage wreck. It's still drivable. I'm just telling you, it's not going to be as worth the same as a new car. It's a fucking salvage junk. That's all. Niggas still buy salvage cars. Insurance companies insure salvage cars. But it's a salvage, nigga. It's been in a flood, nigga. You've been in a flood, nigga. The minute you were born, nigga, your father doped on your mother, nigga. I don't give a fuck if you were 2, 22, 52, nigga. It's over. Okay? From age 1 to 18, you got to have them on the earth at least 18 years, nigga, to talk to me. All right? Because I can't be your father, nigga. I will make you cry every fucking day. You're going to hate me. Believe me. Because your father didn't teach you how to be a man, you pussy.
I mean, like, what's going on for you to even make that statement? So that must mean.
Now watch how he agreed with his boyfriend.
Is he so?
Watch.
What's your favorite jacket? You end up popping your balloon.
My name is Walter, and I am 32. and I popped my balloon because I'm the whole outfit. I'm not feeling that jacket, and then the
That's my favorite jacket.
see, yeah, that's yeah. And then I kind of initially kind of like, why are people blocking you? You know what I mean? Like, what's going on for you to even make that statement? So that must mean something's going on. And I do also think you're like great energy, but like more like jittery, like jitty, you know, and which is cool. But
Wow, nigga, you actually agreed with that fucking goddamn shithole like a little pussy. You rather agree with the man than to have your own mind. It's an agenda, y'all. I'm telling you, they trying to fuck y'all up. See, they know the black man's worthless, so they have. That's why the show. That's what's in a fucked up way. In a fucked up way, the show is a good show, but it's bad for black men. I mean, for black women, it's horrible. That's the problem. It's horrible for them. It is.
this ain't for me. You know, I'm like more chill.
Okay. All right. So,
Oddly enough, I am very like all over the place. I have high energy. I love just talking. Just like
What does it matter? So what? You got a bubbly personality. I'm telling you, black men, I want you to hear me out loud, okay? And I know this is going to really hurt once again, okay? You're worth less when you don't have a father. You're totally worthless when your father wasn't there. You're worthless when you don't know your fucking father is, nigga. Okay? So when you come into the world, you got to seek an online community, nigga. You got to get a family. Blood, Crips, and fucking neo-Nazi, something. You got to look for something, you fucking piece of shit. See, I know the deal. You know I know. Okay? You don't have nobody. It hurts every day. That's why you try the drugs, alcohol, stealing, selling drugs. You didn't have a father. What's the point in having life if you didn't have a fucking dad, nigga? You can't live on. You can't. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna live I'm gonna build a for my ancestors and what is the goal? I'm a junior. So whatever my father passed on to me, I passed it on to my kid, male or woman, or the world. You have nothing. What's the point of working, nigga? You might as well just die. It's pointless. All you are is your social security number. That's pretty sad. If you don't believe me, look at your social security number. Watch what happens when you die, nigga, and see how quick that fucking job gets fucking refilled. Doesn't matter. There's no cause in living when you don't have a dad as a man. You can't transfer the manhood because you wasn't taught how to be a man. I can't teach you that, nigga. I'm not your fucking father. Maybe you're from age 1 to 18, but see, that's what happens with you. So when you come to these online communities, they train you to do this. They don't want you to read. They don't want you to magnify more kids into the world. They want you to hate your woman so these gay niggas will start fucking screwing each other. Think about it. He's agreeing with the man. There's nothing this woman can do right now. Nobody's turned on because there's no hunger there. These niggas are all fed. Whether it's cum in their fucking throat, cum in their butt, they have no desire to be with a woman. It doesn't matter. There's no woman that's going to turn none of these niggas on. Not a real one. Nobody. You talk about generational wealth. How do you have a generation without a father, you fucking loser? You can't pass down the generation and you didn't have a father, you fucking loser. What are you going to do, pass it by with your mother? Her name changes, you dumb fuck. Generational wealth comes from the father, nigga. Look at the Walmart family, losers. Look at Trump, nigga. Who you think his mother passed that his father did? Look it up. Look at your history. You like looking at history so much. Who's Kevin Samuel's father? Who was he? Did he ever talk about him? Do we have any uncles, anybody talking about this? Is there any Kevin Samuels sons out here living on his legacy? No, no one. But there's a whole bunch of online fucking anti-female communities out here. And this is one right here.
Like live, laugh, love, unironically, ironically enough. But I do tend to end up with guys who are more reserved and kind of like the opposite of me.
Bitch, he just insulted your jacket. That means if you take your clothes off, he's not going to be turned. He insulted your coat. I've never seen a woman, I'm not fucking with her, I don't like her coat. Come on. Get out of there. Stop being goofy and desperate.
I don't know, maybe I just like gravitate towards the balance, but I do understand why that would be the complete opposite of you.
No, don't understand shit, you stupid bitch. Don't understand nothing. Okay? Tell this motherfucker to go to gay night. He's worthless to you. What is up? He loves asshole. You got a pussy. That's already a problem. He loves dick. Period.
Might not be like your vibe.
No, for sure. Yeah, you have great energy though and great smiles. So.
Yeah. Any gay nigga could tell you that. Don't listen to him. This man has no hunger for women.
Look, for sure.
And then let's go down over here. Your name and age.
My name is Jay, and I'm 31.
Come on, Jay. Jay. Come on, Jay. Come on, Jay. You the color of dog shit. You had the fucking audacity. And of anybody, I thought she was light skinned, you would have took her. I know that gay feminine male wouldn't do it, but what is your excuse, you fucking loser? Let me guess. Maybe it's the earring on the nose. Well, let's hear your excuse.
All right. And Jay, why did you end up popping your balloon?
It was the tattoos on the hands. I mean, I can't
Oh
breathe.
my God. A tattoo on the hand, you fucking loser. The tattoo, you know how good it looks when a girl's sucking my dick, nigga, with her hand or the tattoos on here? Are you serious? The tattoo on the hand? The tattoo on the hand. And now the hater mail's like, yeah, that's why they don't like that. Now you're going to be like, wait, hey, Nate, should I have my tattoo? Are you kidding me? Tattoo on your neck, tattoo on the top of your foot. Don't let it be your feet. You know I'm going to go crazy. Tattoo on your hand. When a man doesn't want a woman, he makes excuses. When your husband doesn't want to fuck you, he's gonna make an excuse. When he doesn't want to fuck his girlfriend, he's gonna make an excuse. When he wants to put his dick in your ass over the pussy, he's gonna make an excuse. He's gonna tell you pussy's too loose, the asshole's tighter. And your stupid ass is gonna believe him because you don't know your fucking value. Watch her compliment. She probably says, oh God, this is my type. He got a beautiful beard. Watch her explain herself.
These are fire. You have lost your mind.
I just can't bring that home to my mom.
Can we like pause?
Can't bring that home to your mother. Where's your father, you fucking bum? Where's your daddy, you worthless piece of garbage? You know you're going to either go to jail, you're going to die early. That's a given. You're going to be dead. You're probably going to die before your mother. You piece of shit. To bring it home to your mother? How about your father, you piece of garbage? I told you these niggas are fatherless. Watch him. Piece of shit. Watch him.
Now they look good. I'm pretty sure they look good. It's just I just can't bring it home to my mom's.
That's crazy.
You know?
This is hold on. Oh my God, hold on.
So
They're my favorite. Oh my gosh, I love those tattoos. I actually got like to speak to me being all over the place.
No, darling. Don't explain to him. Don't explain to that fucking moose. Don't explain to them. Listen, exonerate his ass, move on. Rejection is God's protection. These niggas is worthless. There's only 2 niggas on this stage that love pussy. And they're the only ones. They're the only 2 niggas on here that love fucking pussy. And that fucking wannabe Chris Brown nigga, the nigga with 30 babies. All the rest of these niggas are garbage.
Got him impulsively.
yeah.
All at once, and I just loved. I was literally.
Don't explain to this short piece of garbage. Fuck him. He's a piece of shit. Good luck in a white neighborhood at night. They're gonna shoot his ass.
What I wanted while they were actively tattooing this, because.
Oh my God, they're destroying this woman, yo. She's in a house full of losers. Look at this. Even a gay nigga, even a one nigga I thought that loved pussy, even he popped to this broke ass motherfucker. Even when I try to give credit to that piece of fucking garbage, I told y'all, even when I try to give garbage. And why don't y'all, you know what? Listen, challenge me. That's why the black man doesn't go anywhere. That's why it's racist shit. It's not because the woman, it's that piece of shit man you got. He's scared of the white man. He let the white man fuck. Ask fucking Kevin Hart. Ask Will Smith. Ask Tyrese. They all suck that white man's dick to get on. Ask Steve Harvey. All of them got to bend over. All of them. It is hard to watch. I'm telling you.
Wow.
But everything else look good on you. Everything else, your smile, your eyes, your hair.
No hunger, my brother. No hunger. There's no fucking way I could have been on this. I would have fucked her and all that together.
Good. I like your outfit.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
And now is he someone that's your type?
He's not tall enough, so she's gonna probably be honest with that.
I like.
Just say no. He's not my type. He's ugly. He is ugly. Well, then you got something against dark-skinned men? No, nigga, dark-skinned men got something against themselves. They know they fucking busted. I don't have nothing against dark-skinned men. They fucking hate themselves. This is crazy. Jamel said these dudes need to come out of the closet or themselves and bring home. They need to tell their mother they want to suck a dick. That's what they need to do. Tell my mommy I want to get fucked by a man. That's it. She doesn't know. She thinks this is a straight man. These ain't no real niggas.
Probably not, like off the bat, but I'm more of like a conversationist.
Oh my God, we get it. We know you deal with an ugly man. That's why women deal with ugly niggas. See, this is pretty woman low self-esteem. Her self-esteem is shot. As pretty as this bitch is, pretty as she is, light skin, all that half-breed shit that black, even then, she has horrible stuff. She willing to still actually date this gorilla. You niggas are gonna suffer more than women. You watch. You have no fuck. Wait till you get old. You watch. Just remember what I said. You have a black man. I'm gonna tell you to your face. When you black motherfuckers get old, you are fucked. Okay, I work in a nursing home, nigga. I see your niggas suffering. You die early like a motherfucker. Nobody comes and visit you there. Your wife that's still living don't fuck with you. Your kids don't fuck with you. You'll see. You watch.
Conversationalist, like, so maybe, like, it's hard for me to say based on, I don't judge.
Don't talk to him. He doesn't have a father. He only has a mother. Don't talk to him. There's nothing to talk about. Don't talk to this fucking loser.
Like, yeah, I'm really a personality girly.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
We did get a pop back here. Your name and age, and why did you end up popping your balloon?
I'm Jesse. I'm 31. Well, like, basically, like the last thing you said, I noticed you said like impulsively. So like, it made me think that you're a person that is very impulsive. And with that can, because I used to be really impulsive.
He's insecure. He's insecure. He's worried about her cheating. That's all. He's worried about it. See, you look at it as a straight. He's worried about it. He's a pussy. It's another piece of fucking garbage. Thank you, Calvin. Another piece of shit. He's just insecure, so he can't help you. This the type of nigga when you get beat up, when somebody's kicking your ass, he gonna run. That's that light. This the only problem with light-skinned niggas. These niggas are scary. That's the only problem with light-skinned dudes. These motherfuckers are very, very, very feminine. His issue is he's very insecure. Very insecure. He's talking about it. Listen, I can't make it up. Listen to what he says.
Yeah.
And so that just is a plethora of things that could go wrong, you know. I don't want to say that's the reason you maybe get blocked, or maybe you might do something impulsive. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah. And I don't know your tattoos. I like them, but it's kind of giving me like, I don't know. I feel like you're like really are you into horoscopes?
No, I'm not like an astrology girl.
Oh, okay.
I know what you're thinking. I'm not.
Yeah. But anyways, but it was mainly just an impulse thing. You're beautiful. I wish I could like see more of like your.
See, you got to remember this. He don't have no hunger. See, because in the gay community, this is gold. This is gold. He can be a woman. He can look like a bitch. He can fuck dark-skinned niggas. This nigga in the gay community, forget it. See, the thing is, gay niggas love niggas that look like him. So he got no hunger here. To him, that I'm good. I don't want it. He'd rather leave with nothing. Okay, but he probably get on one of them gay sites and send niggas dirty pictures, video clips, and make a good living off of that. This nigga in the gay community is a pot of gold because that dark-skinned man is gonna fall in love with him, and he could look like a bitch on the weekend. So he don't got there's no hunger there. Look, no hunger, nothing.
Your physique, because you say like powerlifter, so I'm assuming you got some like a nice physique.
Wow, physique, nigga. Women don't have physique, you fuck. See, he's so used to being gay. Women don't have physique, you fucking damn closet bastard. He's already talking gay talk.
But I can't tell because the jacket is cool though. But yeah.
Don't take it off. It's too late. He already blocked you. Don't take shit off. Keep it, cover it up. Don't show him nothing.
Now, is he someone that's your type? I know you're.
Oh yeah, he's my type. He's cute. Watch.
But you know, if he approached you, is that something you?
But she probably likes dark skinned niggas because she told that a fucking black horse. She already told that fucking black donkey that she liked him, so she probably not gonna be in him because I don't think she likes light skinned guys.
Go for it.
I wouldn't say no.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. All right.
Yeah.
Thank
But
you.
you're beautiful though. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. And we got one more down there. Your
See-
name and age.
See that that nigga in the yellow? That nigga in the yellow, he'll fuck anybody. This nigga, he got 6 kids. The one in the yellow, shout out to Cat. The one in the yellow, he fucks anything. He don't pop the balloon for nobody. He's the only one. He's the only one left standing that wants ass. I mean pussy, not ass. The other rest, they want a butt.
Why did you end up popping your balloon?
My name is Kevin. I'm 31 years old, and I pop because like your face card is super valid. It's just like not the fit, but the jacket is like I can't. Really
How do you have a man? How do you have a man do this to you, yo? This is degrading. It's not even fair because none of these men have any desire here. There's no hunger here. These guys just, I mean, how do you have a man sit there in front of you and play you like that? He doesn't do that in real life. You can't even allow a man to sit in front of you and have the time to say, let me rate you. Just walk the fuck away. Okay, and he's black, call the cops. Black man trying to trace you, they'll blow his fucking head off. Trust me. All you got to say, black man. They say, okay, we'll be right there. All right? You ever want the cops? Listen to me. I'm going to put you on to something. You want the cops to come quick? Say you got a fucking gun. Tell them you got a pistol. See how quick they come there. They love that call. What is he? Black male with a pistol. That's it. Every fucking goddamn fucking police department in the county will come out. Tell me you got a gun. That's it.
see what you working with, so it's like I don't know.
No, you don't got to see what she working with, nigga. That's the bonus. I'm glad she came out there like that, dummy. You showing everybody what you working. Why don't you go fuck one of them niggas down there, the Blowback Mountain nigga? Let them run a train on you. You the one that came there with the tight shirt, you pussy hole.
I kind of like my girl's like a little more like slim. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Well, you fucked it up now. Now every woman gonna think they fat. Cause y'all listening to this bullshit. Don't listen to it. It's an online community. It's not real life. Believe me, this fucking midget would never have no credibility to get nobody. Him in New York, they'll slaughter him. They'll send him on crying to his mother. Because you know the father ain't fucking there. You know the father is non-existent.
You cute as hell though, but it's really just the jacket. It's like
it's the jacket and the weight, nigga. You don't even have a hunger for a woman. You can pop a balloon on everybody. All right, why don't you go fuck one of them niggas?
I mean, the fit is cool, but I don't know why you put that jacket on though. You shouldn't have did that.
Wow, you gonna say, I don't know why you put that jacket on. What you wanted to come out there naked, bro? You already have a problem with her weight. You fucking body boy. You still got a problem. You got a problem. There's nothing wrong with her, nigga. It's you. It's that mental. It's that fucking mind. Oh, let's having a ball with this because she's African. She just seeing these American women getting slaughtered. This is a slaughterhouse. This is a live slaughterhouse. Look at Arlette with them big old gums, laughing on her ass off. Look at her.
Okay, so I'll tell you why I put the jacket on.
No, don't tell him nothing, you stupid bitch. Don't tell him nothing, you low self-esteem bastard. He's low vibration. You're being even lower now. Don't explain nothing to these fucking damn butt diggers. Don't tell them nothing. They have no hunger for a woman. Just meet that nigga with the 6 fucking babies. Okay, that's the one you need to be with. Get somebody. Don't talk to this. Don't explain shit.
Friends told me that I'm looking super pale right now.
Pale?
And they said that I need like a pop of color because if I wore all black, it would be like tragic. So
She just listens to everybody. She's a dummy. She just listens to everybody. She would never survive here. He wouldn't survive here. Piece of garbage, piece of shit.
And the color of the jacket is just like, it's super big. It's like a big ass
This
jacket.
this nigga's just got gay written all on him. Nobody cares, nigga. Nobody has all this about a woman. Who cares? Who fucking cares?
I'm into like more streetwear vibes. So like you
Oh God, she's explaining to him. This is all big. This is a fucking slaughterhouse. Go ahead.
probably wouldn't like my day-to-day outfit.
I mean, that's cool, like on the day to day, but I don't know you, so I'm trying to get to know you. So I would want
You're
to see
trying
what
to get to know me by knowing what my body looks like.
Right, nigga, come on. But it doesn't even matter if he gets to know you what your body looks like. He doesn't have the hunger for a woman. You're wasting your time. Don't ask him no questions. He rejected you, the end. It's over. You can't do this for these fucking monkeys. Y'all the only ones doing this, black woman. That's the only ones. We kill these niggas and you fucking want to marry them and get advice. They're worthless. They're worthless to us. And I'm black. He's worthless to me. I'm a black man telling you the black man's worthless to us. We ain't shit. Because none of these niggas got daddies. This is garbage. Would you want somebody like, you want this man dating your fucking daughter? Would you want him even moving an item in your house? He's gonna steal. Would you want him as a tenant if you own the house? He's not gonna pay the rent. You should have him sell drugs for you. He's gonna fucking go tell the cops and say and fucking smoke the supply. Either way, you scam with him, he's gonna fucking tell the feds on me. He's worthless. All he knows is how to read a woman. He won't tell none of them niggas that. He's a slave to that big old dick. That's it. Not to no pussy. He don't want pussy. It's pointless.
I mean, of course. I gotta be attracted to you initially, right?
Relax, bro. Relax. Calm down. Calm the fuck down, inmate Willie. Calm down. Now he ready to fight her. Now he ready to fight. Look how serious he got. Watch him.
Cool, like on the day to day, but I don't know you, so I'm trying to get to know you. So I would want to see what
to know me.
I want to have a conversation with a nigga like this. I'll be like, yo, bro, you're a piece of fucking garbage, nigga. Go find your father in the fucking grave.
What my body looks like?
I mean, of course. I gotta be attracted to you initially, right?
If you had a balloon, I would.
Why? Because I want to see what your body look like.
Whoa. What the fuck is going on here?
I mean, kinda, yeah.
I'm saying, I mean, if I'm gonna be with somebody, I want to know what they look like, right?
I mean, okay.
So now, is he someone that's your type?
And
And this bitch is stupid. This bitch is stupid. Wow. So this bitch is so fucking dumb, man.
It's giving Kevin Gates a little bit.
Gates?
Yeah, a little
My
bit.
name is Kevin, though.
Okay, period.
Hold on, Kevin Gates is
So-
light skinned, though.
They tell you all these dark skinned niggas got insecurity about that dark skin. Nobody could see him at night. Nobody could see that fucking criminal at night. It's a bitch.
Kevin Gates?
He's light skinned.
You like kind of resemble him a little bit.
He got curly hair.
She's still complimenting this nigga. She's still complimenting this fucking goddamn closet nigga. She's still complimenting him.
I've never heard that. That's Kevin Gates.
I didn't mean
saying.
it. Me.
No, I'm not taking offense, but it's just like it's like me calling you like you giving Kelly Rowland a little bit. It's like, huh?
Damn, he just fucking destroying her. This bitch is low self. I tell you, these pretty bitches are stupid.
It'd be like, what? You see what I'm saying?
No, but I hear you.
Yeah, they.
I heard.
But
Cool.
you cool though. You cool though.
Wow, he just dragged you. Now you got no personality. This is what happens. Y'all get the garbage left. You got the fucking guy that got no personality and the guy that got 6 kids.
Okay, we've got 2 guys left. Go ahead and ask them a question. We might as well stay over here. There's only these.
How do you let this fine woman just, this shit is crazy. Because y'all don't want no pussy. She's stupid.
What do you look for the most or value?
Look at them legs. Look at her thighs, man. Look at the heels on them boots. Just imagine the panties and bra and that. Oh my goodness.
Most in a partner.
Let's start with him and go back. Your name and age, and what do you value most or look for in a partner?
Kevin, 33. And what I'm looking most in a partner is communication. That's one thing that I learned. That's the foundation of any relationship, especially.
No father. I keep telling you, all these motherfuckers are dusty. No father. That's what happened. I tell you, that's how that motherfucker gets. That's why he goes to jail, to look for a daddy.
If it's long distance, at the end of the day, like if the communication is not there, I can see where a bunch of miscommunication.
This motherfucker's brain dead, man. She got to accept the garbage. She's so desperate. She's going to take one of them. All this is catty litter here.
Complications, anything along the relationship that can cause obstacles can come into play. So communication.
Okay. Name and age and answer to her question.
Oh boy, come on. And this fucking kid. Got more cat shit here?
Franzi, 33. A woman who's I'm looking for a woman who knows what she wants. You know,
what does she want, nigga? What do you want? You fucking loser. Why you here? Why you here, you piece of shit? What do you want, nigga? The dick or pussy? Why don't you be honest?
got something going for herself. What else? She's got emotional intelligence.
This guy's a weirdo, man. She just take that fucking yellow mellow. Just take them. They're both pieces of shit, but you're gonna have to. Either way, it's garbage. You're all fucking trash.
She knows what she wants.
You know the scary thing about this? This is the only thing that's real about this. The only thing that's real about this is that in the streets, this magnifies into the streets. And it magnifies the reality that of the garbage of men that's out here. However, now the guy that's, how do I say, confident, that's willing to approach you, because none of these niggas would do it. You may think he's the best guy. And he may be a piece of shit. Especially if it's a nigga. Trust me, we don't even like doing business with each other. We rather do business with 5 white guys that's rich before we do business with 10 motherfuckers that's billionaires. That's just how it is. We know how we are.
So that's pretty much it.
Okay.
No personality.
Any other questions for the guys?
Yeah. What would you consider your biggest opportunity for personal growth?
Okay.
Big opportunity for personal growth, fucking a crime. That's it. That's all they know. He don't know how to answer that. It's something illegal. He's a nigga. It's going to be illegal.
Biggest opportunity for personal growth.
He doesn't know how to answer that. He doesn't have a father either. These niggas are all fatherless motherfuckers. He don't even know how to answer that question. Simple answer. Watch.
Okay, so I got my career, you know, and my aviation and
Nigga, just answer the fucking question, bozo. Just answer the fucking question, nigga. She asked you one question. It's very simple answer.
I got my business that's up and coming. My
nigga, where are you going with this answer? Just answer the question, retard.
As far as that goes, I'm still learning. I'm still growing. You know, I'm still.
No, nigga, you're never gonna grow. That's the problem. You still hasn't answered the answer. Just give a simple answer.
I'm reading, so you know, I'm still trying to grow as you know as life goes on.
This nigga's crazy. That was a horrible answer.
So, if that answered your question.
No, it didn't answer it. You stupid fuck. You never answered the question. You retard.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, actually, I'm sorry. That was more about like your career, but like
yes, because you're not even answering the. He doesn't know. He's fatherless. He doesn't know. He doesn't know his value. His value is with his fucking shitty job.
person, like as an individual. Like I know that a lot of people value.
He's getting nervous. He's getting anxiety. He doesn't know how to answer that, darling. Move on. He's too fucking stupid.
Career and blah blah blah, and like today's society. But like just generally as an individual, what do you think? Like
things I can work on.
He doesn't know. Listen, darling, you're wasting your time with this nigga. You're wasting your time. He doesn't know. He doesn't know his value. He's a black. You giving this nigga a question. He's never gonna give you a good answer. He doesn't know what the fuck you're talking about. You asked him a question. This nigga went into his job. He's all fucked up. He's all fucked up. Listen.
Yeah, does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Things I could work on.
He doesn't know. There's something in our water, man. There's something in our water. Something is in our water with black folks. Something's wrong. There's something wrong with us. He can't even answer a simple question, this dumb fuck.
Say better communication. That's important. So I've had, you know, some communication issues.
Of course, because you didn't have a father, you fucking lifeless bastard. I told y'all. The one thing, this is how you could determine when a nigga wasn't raised by his father hardcore. He can't communicate. There's no hunger here. There's no fucking desire here. There's no push. There's nothing. He doesn't know. He gets validated from his job. If his boss fires him, he's going to shoot him. He'll shoot himself. He'll probably kill everybody at the job. He doesn't even know. He can't communicate. Both of them. She got 2 trash cans here.
Acting, and so I know that's important. So I like to, you know, be stronger at communicating with my partner.
Yeah, so a man that can't communicate is going to be a fucking problem because he's going to be a mental wreck.
Okay, that answers it now. Okay, what about over here?
This another fucking dummy. 2 trash cans. I don't know what I don't know. He might as well just give him his hat. It matches his fucking outfit.
In God, I don't know if you're a religious person or not.
I just got baptized a couple months ago.
All right, sweet, congratulations. But I would say my faith, because I had a traumatic experience about 2 years ago when my brother passed. Praying.
He about to cry. I mean, I'm not saying his brother passed is a funny thing, but he's about to cry. He don't know how to deal with his emotions.
And then a few months after that, my cousin passed. And
how about your father, brother? Where's your father at? You got 6 fucking kids. Where was your dad at with all this loss? Where? Because you're a mess. You got 6 kids and you're on a fucking dating show, bum.
So I didn't give up on God, but my faith did decrease. So that's something that I'm constantly working on.
Of course, your faith decreased. Our Father who art in heaven, brother. Hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done. Give all this earth. Don't get me started, loser. You devil.
out, as far as my prayer life. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
These niggas are both mental disasters. Just pop the balloon. I don't know what she's gonna do here because they both garbage.
Guys, any questions for her?
Watch, she's gonna ask if she got kids. The fucking audacity. He can't communicate. Watch this.
What are some things that you like to grow on? Growth.
You would like to. My guy, she says she's working in the gym, bro. She's a power lifter. Dummy. Thank you, Calvin. I appreciate that. God damn, what a dumb fuck, man. Listen to this dummy.
I think I could.
She don't know her value. I tell you, these pretty girls are stupid as a motherfucker, man. She don't even know her fucking value, man. She don't know. She doesn't know. She has no fucking clue. But she doesn't know who she is because she validated her love through men.
Hone in. Oh, sorry. I think that I could hone in a bit more on kind of, I could have a better understanding of who I want to be and who I am. I, to their point, am very impulsive. Like, I really enjoy living in the moment.
No, don't go by you being impulsive, darling. There's nothing wrong with that. You love living life. You in there with a whole bunch of fucking dead people. These niggas are dead. You might as well went to a funeral home to look for a man.
And I really value that for like my history and my, environment that I grew up in. I really value just like being comfortable and being who I am in the moment. But I do understand why a lot of people are kind of like taken back by that. Because it's the opposite of what most people strive to be.
Why? Because you're not miserable? I don't see nothing wrong with you. These guys you got 2 trash bags right now. You're just going to have to fill it up to see which ones you're going to take.
Right. But yeah, I at the end of the day, like, I don't know, I work really hard to be a good person and maintain my values and my morals. And I'm like really major empath. So I like, that's my other one. Like, I am a little too understanding.
Oh my God, what does that mean? These niggas don't know. They don't know how to communicate. They have no idea what you're saying right now. They're just hearing womp, womp, womp. They're not hearing nothing you're saying right now.
See, I feel like I can see through people and understand like why they're acting the way they are. But my problem is I use it to justify their behavior rather than just understand.
Yeah, because you're a damn fool. You don't know. You don't see all these fucking guys are corn and dead.
Standing and saying that's not for me. So yeah.
Any questions here?
Yeah. So when it comes to a long-term partnership, what are your key values?
Nigga, you got 6 kids. It doesn't fucking matter. You have 6 kids. You take care of 2, you fucking bum. You just said you don't know how to communicate. You done lost brothers. You ready to cry on the fucking show? I mean, what do you want her to do? Baby you?
Definitely you have to be able to communicate. Like I'm a very anxious person just generally. Like,
then they can't communicate, darling. Just leave it by yourself. Both of them said they can't communicate. They both told you they have no communication skills. Get the fuck out of there. Get your stupid ass out of there.
I don't want to have to guess what you're feeling or guess what you're thinking. I would rather hear a hard truth than try to make something up in my own head and fill in the blanks. So I really value communication, maybe even over communication.
Yeah, but they don't have that. They both said they cannot communicate, especially Yellow Mellow.
Then, I forgot what the question was halfway through that. What was it?
There's no other. You're just too passionate, boo. You gotta get out. These niggas are dead.
When it comes to a long-term partnership, what are your key values?
Okay, and then just kindness and maintaining your own person. I have dated some men who have kind of tried to morph into me, and
never, ever, 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 ever. Don't tell him about the men you've been with. You did enough damage. You told him too much information as it was. Don't tell him nothing about the men you've been with. Don't tell him that. You could tell girls fuck them over.
Like take on my values and take on my hobbies and my beliefs.
She's starting to think of the ex-boyfriend and fucking she probably still fall in love with. Get out of there.
I want someone who is just comfortable in who they are, and we connect as separate individuals together. You know what I mean? And then outside of that, maybe just like, or aside from that, maybe just like faith, to your point. Like, I just got baptized. I'm really making strides in like my relationship with.
She likes him, but he didn't tell her she got 6 kids. She likes him.
My God. And I also understand that everybody has a different God, right? Like, even if we're in the same religion, everyone's understanding and interpretation is slightly different. And just like understanding that and valuing and appreciating someone's other version of faith. So.
Okay. All right. So I do have to throw this question in there because something came up the last round. So are kids a deal breaker for you? No. Okay.
I don't have any, but
you don't have any. Okay. All right.
Okay, that was good that she did that. See, Arlette did good on that. He tried to hide it. See his face, that fucking yellow bastard? He tried to hide that he had all them kids. Arlette she looked out for her. I like the way how she did that. Because y'all don't know how to answer the wrong. You gotta ask this, listen, that black male especially, ask him 2 questions. Does he have any kids and has he ever been with a man? That's the number 1 question you got to ask that fucking black shithole. You got to ask him, have you have any kids? And has he ever been with a man? I don't care how many babies mothers. It don't even matter, okay? It doesn't fucking matter because in most cases, the more kids he got, the less he's taking care of. Never forget that, all right? You got to ask him if he been with a man. Not has he fucked a man, has he dated a man? Ask him, has he been with a man? Because he's going to say, what you mean by that? And that's going to give him time to think. Ask him, very simple question. Have you ever been with a man? That's it. Be fucking in. Because you know what I mean? He has to tell you that. I'm serious.
You want, okay, go ahead. I think you should mention this.
How many? How many? Don't.
This is it. I tell you, they're both fucking garbage now. She's got to take that fucking no personality dead man. You know, she better just get a coffin for him to sleep in because he's dead. She actually liked this guy, but he got too many kids. Let's see what she does. Let's see how stupid she really is.
Limit a deal breaker.
Oh my God. If you got to ask, how many baby moms? You got to think about it?
No,
I'll throw up.
4.
Baby moms?
4 babies and mothers. Arlette, why is he on the show? 4 babies and mothers. That's a walking piece of God. That's a lifeless piece of fuck. Not even walking, he's dead. That's a lifeless piece of shit. See, this is the difference with a black man and you. If a woman got 4 different babies' fathers, she got all the kids with her. When he got 4 different babies' mothers, he ain't taking care of none of them. Just remember that. That's the difference with a man and a woman. The more babies' mothers he got, the less kids he's taking care of. You could have kids by 7 different babies' daddies, and there's 7 kids, you're taking care of 7 fucking kids. Not him. Not that nigga. He's a worthless piece of fucking garbage, I'm telling you. Look at him. He tried to hide that.
Moms or kids?
Baby moms.
Yeah.
The woman was too stunned to speak respectfully. Are you serious?
Yeah.
He looking for a 5th baby mama. What?
No,
I'm just kidding.
absolutely not. That was in my younger days. That's something that I can believe we can have a conversation on.
Nigga, your younger days, you still young fucking shithole. You still young. This nigga's a loser. Hold on.
Was too stunned to speak respectfully. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Right? Like, even if we're in the same religion, everyone's understanding and interpretation is. Ask, how many baby moms? You got to think about it?
Wow. What a piece of shit. Shout out to Jack. What a piece of fucking garbage. You know what's so funny? Y'all shouldn't even have had her. He shouldn't be there, man. That's not fair. This woman got no kids, clean slate, young, pretty, and he got this fucking loser here.
No,
I'll throw up.
4.
Baby moms or kids?
Baby moms.
Yeah.
The woman was too stunned to speak respectfully. Are you serious?
Yeah.
He looking for a fifth baby mama.
No,
I'm just kidding.
absolutely not. That was in my younger days. That's something that I can believe we can have a conversation on the side. But
how old are they? If that's
my oldest is 13.
No, nigga. Name all their ages. Don't go by the oldest. Okay, you dumb fuck. How old are they? She didn't say how old is your oldest, you fucking bum. Tell her your kids. He probably don't even remember.
Got twin 7 years old. 6, 5, 4. 5 girls, 1 boy. Yeah.
5 and 4 with 2 different people?
5 girls
and
1 boy.
Wow, 5 girls and 1 boy. Man, this is really fucked up. And she's gonna still ask questions. Watch her. Watch how stupid ass.
So 4 women and children.
There's nothing to talk about, bitch. Just pop the balloon. It's over. Nothing to talk about.
The mother of my children.
Okay.
Is that a deal breaker? I respected it so. But I like it.
Damn, she's thinking about it. What a fucking loser. You know how expensive it is to take care of a kid, man? That's why black men fail so much. That's why we are looked. See, he makes it bad for me. That's why they look at us as a pile of fucking garbage. That's why. Niggas like this. And then that's why they don't respect our women, because our women are dumb. Not all of y'all, but dumb bitches like this. This dumb black man, dumb black woman. Look at this fucking dumb bitch. She's contemplating on it.
So you're hesitating too long.
So sorry.
I'm gonna give it to you, Deposit. I like your
I'm
vibe.
literally so sorry.
No.
That sucks that like it's literally like past experiences.
Because she really want to fuck with him. Yeah, she is. She's sabotaging these women, man. That's fucked up, man.
Better.
Understandable.
But like beautiful at the same time, you know?
Yeah, most definitely. I like everything about it. I like
She likes him. He likes her. He likes him. She's gonna have to settle for this piece of garbage here.
Tattoos. I don't know what my boy down there was talking about, but I like the tattoos.
He's just making up
Right, exactly. That's what you're supposed to say. I don't know what they talking about either. Wow, this is bad. Now she gotta take that fucking loser black man. He gonna pop the balloon too, though. Watch.
Uses back there.
I don't care what the body look like, but the face is there, so it is what it is.
See, he's in the pussy though. I told y'all that. The one thing about him, the one thing that's good in everybody, even that black shithole, the one good thing with him, he's in the woman. He has the hunger for woman. Why? I hate to use this as an example. 4 babies' mothers, that nigga got the hunger for woman. He does. Now, I know that's fucked up because it's like, but on this show, that's all we got. We got one man on here that has the hunger for a woman. Okay, now she got to get stuck with this fucking weirdo. He got the personality, though.
Okay.
But thank you.
All right. Got our one last guy here. Now, is he someone that's your type?
Maybe.
Nah, she's gonna just take it. He don't want that. She don't want him.
Like I don't do physical types.
I mean, based off of what you've heard from him so far, did you like what you heard?
Oh yeah, actually, you know what? The communication thing really took me out the game, because that's like my no.
Yeah, she don't like him, man. Just pop. She wanted that yellow nigga. This fucking guy is a weird. He like a predator. She's gonna pop his balloon. She needs to.
My personality, I would have about 5 different heart attacks trying to get you to communicate if that's where you struggle.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. She really wished the guy in the yellow had it.
You can pop.
Yeah,
it.
but I mean,
no, nigga, no. She don't want you, bro. She don't want you. Just get out of there. The yellow nigga charmed pussy over a woman. That's what it was. You know what I mean? He almost had her Arlette open her mouth. That was good. Because he wasn't going to tell her. See, this is what happens. This is what the guy in the yellow, he would have piped her probably tonight. Then he would tell her after she fall in love with him, then he would tell her he got 6 babies, 6 fucking babies. That's what he said. 4 babies' mothers. You understand? And then she would have dealt with it. She would have fucked with him. And she would have gave the nigga a 5th baby, but Arlette stopped that. She did do that.
That was my past. So, I done grown past.
No, nigga, you can't grow past from not communicating, motherfucker. That's it, bro. She's not into you. Get the fuck out of here, you bozo. All right, nobody want to deal with your crazy ass, nigga. You can't communicate with a woman. Bye. She don't want you.
That issue that I had, so I'm in a better place now.
No, nigga, the only better place you should be is the funeral home, nigga. You're fucking dead. Okay? Alicia Keys does not want your ass, nigga. Trust me, she wanted the nigga in the yellow. That's the one she was feeling.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying that that's something you're still like actively trying to figure out.
No, he still has the problem. He's just trying to clean it up because he don't want to lose you. You light skin.
That's something in my past, so I'm in a much more better place now.
Okay. Then yeah, why not? We can try it. You didn't like that response. I can tell you didn't like that.
She don't like him. Then we could chat. She don't want that. Her heart was with that fucking yellow nigga. She fell in love with him.
Response.
Okay, well.
She ain't feeling you, bro. Just pop the balloon. Get the fuck out of here. She don't want you. Nobody does, nigga. Your father didn't want you. She don't want you. You're all fucked up. Just go to work. Go to work, nigga. Go. Tell your boss you're gonna come suck his dick later too. Go ahead and work, you slave. Go ahead. Just pop the balloon.
So I found some hesitation on her end. Do you feel like popping? Or
Pop the balloon, bro. Get the fuck out. She don't want you, bro. You're ugly. Get out of here.
Onto it.
I mean, she cool.
No, nigga, just pop the shit. It's not that she's cool. She doesn't like you. She wants you as a homeboy.
No, I'm feeling her. But, there was a little hesitation on her end.
Yeah, because she doesn't feel you, bro. She's too nice. She's too giggly. She doesn't like you, you piece of fucking shit. Okay? Just pop the balloon, you fucking loser. I know it's hard to be rejected, but you've been getting rejected all your life. Okay? You bald-headed fuck. Why don't you take the hat off? You're going to scare her later on and show that big fucking head?
So, I don't want, if somebody's into me, they're going to be into me. There's no hesitation.
No, she's not into you. Just got rejected, nigga. She just told you you could chat. She doesn't like you. Get the fuck out. Just pop the balloon, nigga. Stop holding on to it. That's the problem with that black man. He always wants to hold on. Let it go.
They're going to let it be known. So it just seemed like she's not for sure about what
she's not, bro. When you pop the fucking balloon, she's agreeing with you, you piece of shit.
Okay.
So, yeah, so
go ahead.
Yes. God damn. Piece of shit. She's too sweet. She doesn't like you, bro. That's it, you big fucking bastard. You probably got a head like Neo. Pause. The fuck out of here.
Thank you. Yeah. Let's head on back.
At least I know my personality's the problem. No,
no, your personality, the problem ain't over here. I love a personality. You just in there with a whole bunch of dead people.
All right. Well, that's all the balloons pop. Thank you so much for coming on. Let's give it up for her, guys. I'll take the mic. Thank you.
Wow, another insecure piece of pussy that y'all just let walk out the door. They need some real New Yorkers on this show. There's no, listen, I will give it up for Yellow, though. Yellow he is in the woman. And that's unfortunate because it's like, damn, Nate, that's the type of man that's into us. Yeah. On the show, yes, that was the type of woman. He's the only man that was into a woman. He said, fuck the coat. I don't know what them niggas talking about down there. He was dissing them. That's how it's supposed to be. All right? He was a man, and he gets pussy. 4 babies' mothers, unfortunately, you're a ladies' man, unfortunately. That's why he's a ladies' man. He's a ladies' man because of that. So, yeah, she was nice, Ken. That's just how that is. But see, when you don't have the hunger for a woman anymore, that's how you're gonna act. So, anti-female online communities, Pornhub, adult films, AI, fucking OnlyFans. He's all fucked up. He's screwed. He's just all fucking twisted. So, listen, it's just what it is. So that's why I say that's all y'all got is the garbage left. Y'all got the garbage that's left to you because that's what's available, right? So, This is the problem where it affects the real world. I'm going to tell you where it affects it. You as a listener, listen to this. Not to me, but to that show. And you as a woman are going to be like, we don't have a chance. And the man's going to be like, yeah, man, it's in our favor. And then when he realizes that it's not, because he doesn't have no emotion, he doesn't have nobody's he's attracted to him, he can't approach a woman, he brings that frustration into the online community, into what he's beating off to porn, into everything that's unlike the real world. And that's why the game is fucked up. And you as the people are going to suffer. That's just what's going to happen. That's why there's neo-Nazis, which is like the biggest case of gay men. Them niggas get busy with niggas. You know what I mean? All these anti-sites, they and the dudes. It's just what it is. That's why I respect the flaming gay nigga, because he just out with it. He just with it. He just in his bag with it. But it's that down low nigga that's dangerous. You see how he tried to not tell her about the kids? He's a piece of fucking garbage. Or did do that because God forbid. Because I'm going to tell you what's going to end this show. God forbid when somebody gets on this show and they end up killing one of them fucking contestants, then the show's going to be done. So they got to be careful with that. They need to screen these people properly. No man should be dating with children. You just shouldn't be dating. I don't think the show should have any single mothers. Unless you line it up in this way. You have the single mothers and single fathers. Like all the men have kids, all the women have kids, and that's different. But you can't put a woman together with no children, young and pretty, with a fucking loser like that. He's worthless. I don't care if he got one. What is he going to do for you? Nothing. He's on a dating show, not an app. He's on a dating show to say that. Y'all all desperate. He's desperate. You're desperate. But if you're going to be desperate, link it up. Single mothers, you should date single fathers, period. You should never come out your mouth you want a man with no kids. And man, if you have children, how fucking dare you, you piece of shit. You're known not to take care of your kids, nigga. You're black. You don't believe in that shit. You know it and I know it. Who the fuck you fooling? Okay? So enough is enough. Ladies, I hope you really learned, and the men, I hope you learned too. I hope you learned. I want you to look in the mirror, black man, and tell me right now, what would you be if your father had taught you the game? What would you be? What would you be if your father taught you the game? What would you be? Think about that. What would I be? Much better than you are. But you didn't learn. That's the problem. So you could challenge me. Shout out to Inanna. Exactly. They need to have where it's all people, no children, all people. Yeah, that's crazy, man. I mean, listen, I'll fuck a woman with no children, but you know what I mean? With kids, it don't make, fucking, yeah, you know what I mean? But you can't expect to be serious with me. You got kids and I don't have no kids. You know what I mean? That's just crazy. That's not even fair. Like, I think that it's unfair for people. You know what I mean? Ms. Jefferson said, Neat, what would make a man travel all the way to Arizona knowing that they're hungry for a woman? Because the guy, let me speak for the guy in the yellow. He just loves pussy. I think he's a piece of garbage, you know what I mean? But he just loves fucking women and dumping, and he loves fucking unprotectedly, clearly. But he just loves pussy. All the rest of them niggas are just desperate for anything, but they don't want a woman. They don't want a woman. You know what I mean? You couldn't put me on this show as a man, as a married man, as Nathaniel. I couldn't do that show because everything that comes out, I'm gonna want to fuck everything. I know me, you know what I mean? If it's something that turns me off, it's very rare. You know what I mean? It's very rare. I'm gonna be like, nah, not really. You know what I mean? Something may be a little off. I don't know what it is. Sometimes it just ain't there, but that's rare. But this shit here, just tattoo on the hand, pressing up on a woman because she got a coat on and trying to get angry and dissing her. Like, I don't fuck with niggas like that. Like, these are guys that if they see me in person, we don't talk. I don't fuck with garbage like that. Like, they're over there and I'm over here. We don't have a conversation. There's very few men that we are linked to. You know, even if it's the corny, cool dude that's just clueless, he all right, but we don't get into the conversation with a nigga to think, you should never look at me and think you could fuck with me. You should never be able to say, yo, Nate's the type of nigga I can chill with. Unless I'm your wingman. You understand where I'm coming from? Like, now I'm winging you on to some pussy, but you should never look at me. None of these niggas on that stage could look at me and have that conversation. But the nigga in the yellow, I already know how he thinking. That's why he holding a balloon on every show, because he's just trying to pop. I get it. Like, that niggas will travel that far. Like, you know what I'm saying? Listen, if a motherfucker from California is sending me pussy shots and she knows she want me to come through knowing I'm married, you know what I mean? And I'm like, damn, she bad. I'm like, oh man, it's gonna be tough to deny it. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here and tell you it's gonna be easy, but the guy in the yellow is not a good example, but he's the only example we have as a man that actually has the hunger for a woman. None of them other niggas got a hunger. And bro, the guy with no personality, he's too picky to burn anything, because he's been that guy that's always saving everybody that had kids. So he's all fucked up. He's mentally a disaster. So all them niggas are dirt. But if it was a mode of her just having a good time, she just can't risk it because this nigga don't like to pull out. And then she's 5 babies' mother, and then she's fucked. You know what I mean? And again, like, y'all don't see, shout out the Green Vegan, y'all don't put that out there. Like, stay away from men with kids, man. Stay the fuck away from them. Stay the fuck away from men with children. Just it. That's just it. Like, just stay away from them. Nigga tell you got kids, just walk. If you don't have kids, you should never fuck a nigga that got no kids. You shouldn't even fuck them, because you're gonna fall in love with them. Libra son says, hey, what up, Libra? She says, I'm a Libra right away too. Libra son says, I wonder if man be wanting another man for real. Like, what's wrong with the woman if you're considered straight? You got to remember, Cinnamon is here. Shout out to Cinnamon. Shout out to Cara. Me and Cara's Libras too. We got another Libra here. Cara's Libra too. We real Libras. Let me tell you something. I don't know what attracts a man to another man. I don't know how to answer that. However, I can tell you when a man is not attracted to a woman. And that's just a fact. You know what I mean? She could be attractive. She could be pretty. He's not attracted to women. And if it's going to be a woman that he's attracted to, whether she's on AI or whatever, it's just not a normal situation. So you don't want to be in a position where you're sitting in front of a worthless man and explaining why you're bubbly and fun and you have a good career and you have LLCs. Nah, that's not. No man should even be asking your fucking age. A man can't come to you and say, how old are you? You say 38. Don't ever do that. Say that's none of your business. You got to be that pretty bitch. Like, no, I'm not answering that. Oh, why, you're insecure? Yeah, I'm insecure. Don't ask me my age. The fuck out of here, bro. I don't know you. And that's it. And keep it pushing. Be that bitch. You got to be bitchy to these motherfuckers. You can't be pretty and goofy. She's too cute to be stupid and thirsty like that. You know what I mean? Especially on national television, man. Yeah. You said that was an honest heterosexual moment. I don't know what attracts a man to another man. Thank you, Senator. I don't know. You know what I mean? You know, and that's just a fact. I really don't know, but I do know that the men have lost the hunger for a woman. And I blame our black fathers. I blame, number one, I do blame the black fathers. As much as I'm hard on that black man, I do blame your fucking dad because he didn't teach you. And I blame, I blame everything I said here, you know what I mean? Anti-female online communities, AI, like that shit is not part of that. That's not part of the game, man. The game is fucked up. Shout out to Calvin Richardson. God. Thank you, man. Every black man is here that has a wrench is part of the wrench, it ain't just, and if you didn't have a wrench and you're a man here, you know what I mean? Because we haven't had we had one dumb comment here, but we got it. That's pretty good for almost 3 hours, but just be aware that when you're in the streets, he's not approaching you because he's scared. Online, yes, he's the Don Juan and he's the one running the game, and yes, he is. Online, these niggas is running the show. In real life, they're not. Because now they got to be around niggas like me to know that they're a piece of shit. He knows it. He knows I could look at him and I say, you're a piece of fucking dirt. You should kill yourself. And he's actually going to consider it because he knows that I can see that. So the online community doesn't enhance the streets. It influences it negatively because pretty women choose what they could. You see that she don't give a fuck about look. She just cared about personality. That's true. It's just to the point because they find a nigga that's just fun and have a good personality and know how to, that's hard. So they're just like, fuck it. So that little hood nigga, he comes up there with the personality, 10 kids, and she like, fuck it. You know what? I know the nigga was a dirt bomb. Nate said he wasn't shit, but the nigga made me laugh, and that's why she ends up. Shout out to Big Phil. Salute, bro. Shout out to Big Phil. Goddamn, my nigga. Guy asked me my age. I said, same age as you. You never tell a man your age, man. That's it. Because if he's asking your age and you're 15 years old and he's 40, I could see that. You know what I mean? Because you're underage. But once you're over the age of 21, that's it. Them days are over. See, I didn't see the episode. Did any of them call her butch? No. They didn't call her butch. They didn't call her masculine. Yeah, I was surprised. I guess they was really trying to see what was under that coat. And you know what? I'm glad that she never took the coat off. I'm glad of that. You know what I mean? Now, a man like me, we like, fuck that coat, nigga. That's one thing bro said. He said, yo, I don't care about that coat. I could see your face is pretty. See, this is the part that I like what he did. He was on some shit.
Maybe. I don't.
Yeah.
5 and 4 with 2 different
there because something came up the last.
I want someone who is just comfortable in who they are, and we connect as separate individuals.
And he just see this guy right here. He just loves pussy. He's a demon. This nigga just loves the fuck woman.
Together, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then outside of that, maybe just like, or aside from that, maybe just like Faith, to your point, like
all he thinking about is her pussy. That's what he's thinking. Look at him. All he thinking about is fucking her.
Just got baptized. I'm really making strides in like my relationship with my God. And I also understand that everybody has a different God, right? Like even if we're in the same religion, everyone's understanding.
And if you looked at him, you would never thought he was a piece of shit like that. You would never thought.
Interpretation is slightly different. And just like understanding that and valuing and appreciating someone's other version of faith. So,
okay. All right. So
Faith, to your point, like question was halfway through that. What was it more time? Oh. Very anxious person. Just it's my other one. Like I am a little too understanding. I feel.
When it comes to a long-term partnership, what are your key values?
Definitely my other one. Like I'm
trying to find the part when he
I don't get the answer. She's got emotion.
At the end of the day, like if the communication is not there.
Yeah. You cool though.
What do you look for the most or value the most in a partner?
I'll start with him and go
her pussy hole. That's all. That's all he thinking about is that pussy hole.
Your name and age, and what do you value most or look for in a partner?
Kevin, 33. And what I'm looking most in a partner is communication. That's one thing that I learned. That's the foundation of any relationship.
Yeah, this nigga got a lot of game too. He's a motherfucker. Yeah. Carissa, do you think the lack of hunger for women is across the board, like amongst the white and non-black men? Are they ways that identify across the board? Across the fucking board. Across the board. That's a fantastic question. Across the board. That shit is not a national problem. This is worldwide. Wherever porn goes, it's a problem. If you're in a country where they forbidden porn and ban it, then maybe. Across the board. I talk to Latin women that tell me there's a nigga, there's a guy she likes at the gym, he won't talk to her. Have that fucking dog outside, man. So she looked good and wasn't city girl looking a slut at all. She was right. Yes, you could dress her up. You could dress her. That's simple. Like, you 100%. Fathers must teach their sons how to, man. Tell me, it got to come from the father, man. It got to come from the father, man. For me to teach a nigga, he got to be around me for 18 years from birth. I got family members that's fucked up, and ain't nothing I can do with them. And these niggas is 30. Shout out to Val. It's not that she was talking too much explaining. Her talking too much and explaining wasn't the problem. The problem is the men. You can't explain nothing to the dead. It just had nothing to do. It's the men. The men have this if you don't have no hunger, there's no. You cook somebody food, nigga, and this nigga don't have a hunger for fucking food. The food's gonna be left alone. You know what I mean? You gotta be hungry to feed a nigga food, right? So like, if there's no hunger in what you do or no hunger in life, you telling a nigga, listen, man, I want you to, be a photographer and you can make this, man. He got no hunger. He ain't gonna perform. There's no hunger. This is a problem across the board. Men, period. Married men, men in relationships, men. Once they got this addiction to have this piece of shit in their fucking thing, it's men, all men. Until you proven differently. Like, until you see, like, okay, he ain't talking about him. Yeah, I ain't talking about no real niggas, but men, all of them are like this. It's just what it is. All of them. Can Pop the Balloon on Netflix be saved? No. That's a total failure. It should have never went there. What they should have did, number one, it's a for us by us. White people don't even look right on the show. We don't even need to be hearing them, respectfully. Just white. It's a black show. It doesn't even coincide with them. Even when there's a white girl there with a white man, it's just corny. They're not funny. It's not like the People's Court where white people and black people are funny, but black people are funnier, right? This is some black shit. No Asian shit, no Hispanic shit. You got to be black. And it's just a horrible idea. Listen, again, Netflix ain't shit anyway. It ain't like they got picked up on. It's not a network. It's a cable network. I mean, it's not a cable network. This is the internet. You got to remember, Netflix and YouTube is the same shit. Tubi and yes, Netflix and Tubi, if you subscribe to Netflix, you can view it on cable, yes. However, it's not a network. A real network is like Showtime, Lifetime, ABC, MTV. Like, these are networks. Netflix is not a network. It's a platform. So, you know what I mean? That's just getting canceled. It's just the internet's destroying it. And what's going to happen is they're going to push. This is what's happening. The show is going to be pushed out because everybody's going to start watching the real one. So Netflix is going to have to get out of here because they're going to lose money. So they're going to probably do a couple more episodes and then boom. That's just my thing on it. I don't see it working. The shit is garbage. Why didn't they go for BET or TV One? They're not going to pick that up because the internet, BET and TV One are big networks. It's big money, and they probably going to offer or letting them dirt for that shit. I'm going to tell you what happened, right? Netflix probably gave or letting them $10 million for that shit, which is nothing to them. But TV One is saying, we're going to give you $1 million and we have to have 50% creative control. They ain't going to do that. And they're going to replace, you can't, you know what I mean? You don't have Arlette in them. Yeah, they got executive producer status, but Netflix got the money because they got the subscribers, so they make more money. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they be giving these niggas mad bread for their comedy specials and shit. But they're not fucking with that. So I'm happy Arlette and her husband are making money with Netflix sell. However, I'm glad they're still going to keep up the YouTube. They have to, because if they allow you to, if they did what they did with there's a lot of people that had web series that fucked up and sold this shit to Fox and all that, because the show's not going to last. So they need their own identity. They don't have Arlette as a host. That's bad. They don't have the set. That's bad. They're doing it live and it's corny. Everything's just bad at the show. So the show is not, the problem is that they got to get out before Arlette's show and them does better, because the numbers are going to increase on Arlette's show and the show's going to do bad and these niggas is walking away and they millionaires. See, some people don't understand, you don't need the internet, man. I mean, you don't need television. You don't need it. And television, believe me, when fucking big networks get on you, it's different. Now, I'll tell you this much. Would a big network like Showtime or Lifetime or one of them would have, or MTV? Yeah, but they would have had, they would have took the show off to fucking YouTube. That's what I would have did. Listen, if I was a network, I would have said, listen, you got to take that show for YouTube and delete the fucking channel in order for me to do it the right way. Netflix is different. Like, they can't fuck with YouTube. They can't stop YouTube, so they probably had a good little situation in there. Yeah, but Netflix could afford to make bad deals because they make so much money. Now, look at it this way. If you're making $50 million a month, just think about this, $50 million a month. I'm just throwing a number out there. Maybe, let's say $500 million a month. You're making $500 million a month. You buy and sell shows, but $500 million a month. You could give these niggas all letting them 10 fucking million. Ain't shit. It's nothing. Because Netflix got a lot of official shit. The series, for one, is amazing. What they should have did, they should have made it a series. They shouldn't have made it a reality show style. They shouldn't have made it a series. That would have popped. Now, what's the difference between The Bachelorette and The Bachelor and Pop the Balloon? Are they both fake? Yeah, they all fake. But The Bachelorette and The Bachelor, they're on a main network. That's a whole different level. Now, if Arlette and them made it there, they would have in their clause to delete this channel. Because them big companies like that, they don't want you working with nothing else. It's like me. If I worked a commercial and I did a car commercial for Chevrolet, I can't do a Lexus commercial next month. They're going to say, do you have any existing car commercials? Because they want you for themselves. So The Bachelor, that's a whole different level, The Bachelorette. Those are major networks. Those are major TV shows. Major. Okay? Big. Pop the Balloon on Netflix is not the same as Pop the Balloon being on in the place of The Bachelorette. That's a whole different level. But that's a series. See, The Bachelorette and The Bachelor, those shows work because those are series-based shows, and it requires a lot of money. These people got to be around each other for days. That's different. Pop the Balloon is some low-budget shit for them to do it. Dating show, live, fucking pop song. You know what I mean? Hire the people clean off the balloons off the thing. They try to add a twist. The show is whack, though. Arlette and this shit is mad simple and it's dope. You know what I mean? This shit is dope. So they got to be careful now, because what could happen, somebody else is going to come up with something better on YouTube, because Arlette and them got it on Smash right now. Ain't nobody fucking with they shit. Nobody. Nobody's fucking with that show. So, yeah. Listen, it was good for them financially. Like bro said, it was great for them financially, but sometimes you got to be careful with that. You know, I know people that sold out and they sold out and never got it back. Yeah, Bachelors, Bachelors, how many seasons that shit been out? Like 30, 20 seasons? Let me tell you the big money. Let me just put you onto this. Create a series. Series is big. You create a series where people have a story, like 90 Day Fiance, that's a gold mine. Like, you could use the same repetitive people forever. It never gets old. All that they did, 22 seasons, that's a lot that means 21 years. That shit been out since nearly early 2000. It's a long time. You want to make a show, get a series. Everybody living under one roof, or like 90 Day Fiance, that was fucking amazing. They just took Passport Bro shit and banged it. That's what they did. You see, the best part of the show is when they clean up the balloons. That's the best part. They clean this shit up. On Arlette's show, I like the balloons on the floor. But on their show, they got to clean it up. You know what I'm saying? 29. See, that sounds about right. So that shit been out for 30. So 29 seasons in TV world is 25 years. That shit been out since the late 90s. I went on that show. I tried for the Bachelorette many years ago. I didn't get on there, but they just had a black guy in the last season. Yeah, but you got to remember, once you're on the Bachelorette or the Bachelor, your career's up. That's a career move on that show. That shit been out since 2000. See that? 25 years, a long time. I remember what's another show I went in for? Big Brother. I got picked for that. I got close for Big Brother. I almost got in with that, but I guess they were asking me how would I deal with a neo-Nazi, and I said I would beat him up, and I think that's what fucked me up. No, I tried for The Bachelor. I tried for The Bachelor many years ago, around that time, maybe like 2003, and then I tried for Big Brother. They remember good times, and that shit flopped bad. It did. Yeah, I remember that shit. Yeah, listen. Netflix is this. Let's not sleep. Netflix is official. I ain't taking that away. These motherfuckers pay, and they got incredible deals, and they put that bread on the table in ways that the big companies don't. However, they haven't been around long enough to own you. The Bachelor is a household name. Like, you could use that as a good credit. Worldwide, like, yo, you start on a Bachelor, you're doing comedy shows and shit like that. You want to be able to use it as a credit. Yo, Nate, I seen you in the scene of Sopranos. Yeah, I was on the Sopranos a few times. I told them that shit. But I used to jump on these little dating shows. I got a big dating show I got to put up there. But I don't know. They got to see if they can allow me to put it up there, because I put that shit up one time, and internet did some wild shit. So I'm going to have to load it and share it. I can't load the whole video because they're going to tag me. They're going to strike me. But yeah, it's crazy, man. Listen, it's life is what it is, man. And, I've learned something in life, man, education is key, man. You learn something every day. I'm going to learn something more tomorrow, God willing, the next day. As long as you're on this earth, just keep learning. But if you ain't learning shit, you just dead. Some of these niggas' brains is just dead. It's pretty sad. So. It's crazy. My Dan says, as soon as I hear someone say these buzzwords, accountability, modern woman, I click off the video, especially these hog-eating Southerners, LOL. I'm from Georgia, by the way. That is a real comment. See this comment here? This is what I mean about men that are part of the billionaire mindset and are learning. That's something where this is the part of the man that doesn't make me give up. I don't give up on no man. No matter how much shit I talk about him, I do that because I have to, right? But that's a real deal right there. Yeah, I need to that's a good idea, Green Vegan. I'm going to put that in members only. That's a great idea. I'm going to load the video. I got the video. I just got to make sure that Paramount doesn't tag it, doesn't fucking strike me. They did a few years ago. I don't know if they will now, because lately they strike us and said you won't eat off of it, but you can still use it. So this video was about 25 years ago. You got to see this shit. It's amazing. I was in it from beginning to end. I saw you in a commercial in the New York Giants. Yep, that was me. Yep, the New York Giant commercial with the kid. Yep, with MasterCard. Yep, yep. The football player. Yep. Yeah, yeah. I mean, listen, I'm an actor, and us actors, we sometimes when it's slow, we try to do what we can to get on. But The Bachelor, I can't do The Bachelor now. As a married man, it ain't gonna work because they're gonna hear me say what I just said now, and then they'll disqualify me. They ain't going for that. You're like, you can't play married nigga single when you're fucking married. But at the time I wasn't. But Pop the Balloon is even good for somebody to jump on that shit on cable. I mean on YouTube. They can go further on YouTube, if anything, because YouTube is bigger. The platform is bigger. So a nigga could get a viral moment in there. He could pop on that. And then you get around. I'm telling you, yeah. Listen, it ain't over. You know what I'm saying? Just there's a lot that I got to do, man. You know, the good Lord got a plan for me, so I got to make sure that I just continue to keep doing what I do. I used to ask, how would I package this? And I'm like, it's already packaged. It's like anything else. Just keep it organic and just keep doing what you do. So it got to be the right person. You know, I just want to think of doing it in front of a live audience, but I'm already doing it in front of a live audience. You know what I'm saying? Like, the only setting I would love to do this with is Paul Mooney's setting, sitting in a chair with a drink. Yeah. And not a real drink. You know what I mean? What about Pop the Balloon on Twitch or Kick, Nate? I think if Arlette and her husband are doing the same physical one, yes, it has to be the one that we watch. It can't be. It's perfect the way it is. Perfect. If they want to, you know, they could up the camera quality with a different camera, but I wouldn't fuck with it. Sometimes the authentic shit is the best. I wouldn't fuck with it. Nate, do you still do stand-up? Who's the funniest comedian right now? I think comedy's struggling, man. I don't think anything's funny. I think all of my comedians have gotten mentally washed from the internet. Nobody's funny anymore. The only one that's standing, I don't know if he's funny. I just like hearing him talk, is Dave Chappelle, but I don't think there's nobody funny. I don't think to me, black comedy's played out. I don't think there's nobody funny. No one. Like, what made me laugh today? I'm gonna tell you what made me laugh. Let me give you an example of what made me laugh today. This was funny. Let me give you an example of what made me laugh today. This was some funny shit.
How much you weigh, Fudgy?
I weigh about 2.
That's
no. That's not. Don't even say that. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself.
How much?
I'm almost 300. He ain't weigh 2 nothing. That was a long time ago. Probably in the 5th grade.
Probably like 3 sound.
4. 4. All right.
Trick Daddy. Yes. Trick Daddy is a funny. This is the type of comedy I like. He's not even a comedian. Trick Daddy is a funny fucking bastard. This shit was so hilarious. That's the type of stuff that makes me laugh. You get it, Miss Jefferson? Right? I like stuff where I'm like, yo, he said no. Don't even. I wish I could just show y'all. Oh my God. That shit was hilarious. That's funny. Yes, the new Netflix one is goofy, so inauthentic, and yeah, man, it's just we listen. Same way how them people was in the crowd for Vibes Cartel, they wanted to laugh about something, wanted a performance. I get it. We're hungry for that. So when you're hungry for shit, you take just about anything. I get it, right? But no hunger, that's bad. No hunger, there's no crowd, right? So if we could still look at things and say shit is still funny, like, do I believe I'm funny? I believe I could be funny. I don't think funny to me is a character, right? I don't think I have a funny character, but I could think people could find amusement in my humor. Like Trick Daddy. Just brutally honest. That old school, just, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, he's a hot mess, nigga, but the motherfucker's hilarious. You know what I mean? That's the type of personality I like. When regular comedy, they don't give that anymore. Nobody's funny to me. Nobody. There's not a comic I could go see stand up right now that I'm like, yeah, I want to go see that. Nobody. That's gonna make me laugh. So we don't got shit. We got no clubs. We got no fucking nothing to laugh at. It's little clips like that, shit like that. But you know, I think when somebody has a vision of me and I could vision that, then they could be like, well, you know what, dude, this is what you need to do on this level, and then maybe I could deliver. But for now, this is all we got. I don't know always, but Nate, you single-handedly started the concept of street interviews on YouTube. You were the first literally to create. For you to know that, once again, is 100% accurate, because I started doing street interviews in 2013 in April. So do the math. It's 2025, right? In April. I started doing street interviews, and I know he's right. I was the only one, because when I was out there doing that, there was nobody in Midtown doing that shit. But street interviews changed with COVID, because my last street interview I did was October 2020. No. Yeah, because COVID, no. When did COVID come in? March? So October, 2019. No, I went back out there in 2020 for a little quick minute. 2020, I went out there for, so October 2020. I haven't did a street interview since October 2020. And I was doing this shit from 2013. See, my thing is, I was doing shit early, but it ain't blow. 12 years. That's crazy. And I know I was, because I remember asking my man, I got a concept and I want you to do it. He's like, nah, I'm not going to help you. You could do it yourself. And I bought all the shit he told me to buy, and that was it. Yeah, we gotta. Don't respond to that. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one. We'll talk later. Peace and blessings.